Alrighty. Well, we'll start in a little bit. Alrighty, let's go and get started here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, keeping up with the Thorps here. You know, Grace in this stream we're about to watch is going to explain more about her potential lawsuit with Keemstar. Let me just tell you right now, there's going to be no lawsuit with Keemstar. It will never, ever, ever, ever happen. It will never, ever, ever, ever happen. I'll tell you this much. I'm so confident it will never happen. I'm willing to say, hey, if it does happen, I will give Grace $100. I will give Grace Thorpe $100 if she were to do that. You know, I'll tell you what, I'll delete this channel. I'll delete this channel if she actually takes Keemstar to court. If she takes Keemstar to court, I will delete this channel. It's not going to happen. It is never, ever, ever going to happen. Yeah. I mean, we all know that. We all know that. We all know that reality there, don't we? We do. But here at this stream, maybe she'll help explain it to us a little bit more. Welcome to the channel here. I'm just a dude who likes to keep up with the Thorps. I've been involved in the Thorps life, if you will, so to speak, back in the early days, the Discord days. They called the police on me because I said I was going to tell, because I said I was going to show Ben Thorpe how to use a pick hoe, which is a gardening tool. And then there's a deleted video, if you can find it, share with me, because I can't find it anywhere, where I may or may not have been cutting myself with Ben Thorpe on my forum. It was pretty wild, dude. It was pretty wild, okay? It was pretty wild. I did do that video was very, very shocking. I think that's the one that scared him. Oh, that's the real one. But I don't know what happened to that video. Okay. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and get started here. For every 10 likes, I'll take a shot. Probably shouldn't do that. with blood pressure and all. And these new meds they got me on, man. Ever since I started taking the cholesterol medication, my left eye looks like I've been rolling around with unwashed hookers or something, dude. Looking pretty bad. Looking pretty bad there. Okay, not looking good. All right, enough about me. Let's go and get started here.
With links.
Oh, let's fix the volume there.
And my take on that whole situation with her and Keemstar, and also to discuss my lawsuit against Keemstar. Sort of like a little press tour that I'm doing. Keemstar is a black drama.
He's doing a little press tour, a press tour that consists of her show and then appearing on the kill stream. Great press tour. I mean, maybe there's more to it.
YouTuber. I'll pin his link in my chat. King Sly's channel.
I want to see if Grace actually has a little bit of a press tour in this stream.
Yeah, let me just post this out to Twitter.
About an hour and a half long. I might double time and a half.
I took some good screenshots today. I could use one of them.
Oh, the reason why I titled Grace Knows the Truth is because, man, I swear, you saw the thumbnail. It did not look good. It looked like she knew. It looked like she knew the future, that this was all just a waste of time. But okay, all right. Really what it is just farming for drama, for content. You know, the whole lawsuit arc. It's all just a grift. Like, there's no lawsuit will ever happen. You know, she's ridiculous when she even said she was going to sue Rich Tech USA for not collabing with them when he said that he was, because he had a verbal contract with him. Verbal contracts don't mean much of anything, man. You can change that all you want, dude. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Anyway. Hey, how's it going, Paranormal Drama Llama? How you doing, man? Yeah, she trespassed. Exactly, she trespassed. She went to that driveway multiple times, man. Grace Thorps has a long history of documenting and attesting to the success of Grace's legal theories. Yeah, so right there with you, like, I will say, hey, Grace, go for it. Show us your law theories here. Maybe you're a better lawyer than Nick Ricada. It doesn't take much, but maybe you can be. You and Grok together could actually take down Keemstar. That would be hilarious, but it's just not going to happen.
Thank you, Rini. I'm glowing today. I don't know why.
It might be that. It might be that after sex glow. I'm just saying, man.
I need a good Twitter picture. I need to bait people. Okay. By the way, live on Kick now.
Is she wearing a bra under that? Because it doesn't look like it.
And I'll give it a little
like,
heart
I
too.
can. You see that, right?
Lawsuit against Keemstar.
Right.
Post.
Well, I don't care, but
She's cutesy. She's nonchalant. Is the hair greasy? Yes. We don't. Do we?
you took a shower. Congrats. Congratulations. You took a shower. Yay. Yeah. She might need some tape over that. What in the world? You can see right through. You can see right through that shirt.
We care? No. Where's my screen
Oh yeah, they
share?
reported Chinatown. Oh yeah, they reported Chinatown to the FBI. That's right, to the FBI. And what happened? Man, you missed it, dude. There was a big bust in Chinatown, dude. The FBI came in, kicked down the doors, all the doors, went in there, front door, back door, flash banged the place. Man, it's horrible, dude. It was a tragedy, a real tragedy. No.
Screen share. Show you what I just posted on Twitter. Yeah.
I'm gonna speed this up. This part's kind of boring, but it's Grace glamorizing herself. Okay, she's making sure that her link is up. Okay, cool. Let's speed this up here.
I told him I'd be on.
Let's go 1.5.
So I need to make this happen. Okay, so yeah, this is what I posted. Very cutesy. Very artsy. Yeah, so King Sly, I think, has like beef with Lynx, and I personally intend to change his mind about her. I don't think that he realizes the position that she is in regarding her capacity, her level of functionality, and
her level of functionality because she has fetal alcohol syndrome. Let me just say this, man. I didn't even know she had fetal alcohol syndrome. I've seen people with fetal alcohol syndrome, and their face looks a lot more noticeable than Lynx. Okay. All right. And by the way, isn't Lynx the same person who's doing her OnlyFans? So how are you gonna tell me that she's too special needs to be consenting, but yet she could have an OnlyFans? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing with this? I think this is all about like the Keemstar gooning for Lynx. Look, that was just a sick and disgusting display on Keem's part. Keem is a disgusting dog, and really could use a reality check. You know, fortunately for him, and unfortunately for anyone he actually does, I guess, victimize, if you will, because of Locale Live, that Locale Live universe, no one's really gonna really care at the end of the day, because no one's really gonna believe, and if they do believe that Keem is a piece of shit, it's like they already know Keem's a piece of shit. It's the shit empire, dude. He's the king of shit mountain, dude. Okay. It's like his whole like network. It looks and reeks of trailer park, dude. He's the king of the trailer park. That's what I think of Keemstar. He himself doesn't live in a trailer park, but he looks like someone. Well, you just watch Locale Live, watch Locale Queens, watch what's the other one? What's the other one called? A Mafia Milkers, dude. That's all like trailer park content, dude. I know that because I would watch that if I lived in the trailer. Okay, I would. All right. Anyway,
I understand.
By the way, how you guys doing? By the way, okay. Paranormal Drama Llama, how's it going? Marino Fernandez, how's it going? You're hollering. That's right. Do I see a hint of areola? No. From here, I think that's just tape, dude. I think it's just tape on there. Maybe this is Grace's big plan. Big plan to sabotage anyone who snipes her. I think that's what this is. So I might have to put something over the screen there. Well, he doesn't live in a trailer park, but sure is king of it.
That it's confusing because she doesn't come across as somebody.
I'm sure Horrormaster really loves this stream, though.
But I do think that, due to her own words, I think I can make a compelling case that he really shouldn't be holding her at fault for what happened with him or with Keemstar. But let's tune into a stream just to see what he's talking about right now.
Yeah, let's go on the case. Hot on the case here.
Get a feel for the volume. All right, let's see here. Hey, what's up, Kev Dog? All right.
Huh? Gotta take the L line. So obviously, all these compounded words like, oh, nah, we were duking it out, but I was wrong. So I was wrong. I can say I was wrong. I mean, I was wrong in that situation. Actually, you can actually see the moment. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know what did she say? What should she have sent you? Actually, you all can see the moment it happened. Actually, okay, you could see the moment. I think we could find the moment when it happened. Right? Send it to me. Send it to me, and I'll see if it's all right to talk about. Send it to me, and I'll see. I think we could see the moment it happened.
Let's see this moment.
Hold
Hi, King.
on. Because it would happen during the
Well, do you have the moment or not?
Dicker stream. I do remember that. And I like threw my hands up because like I was just like, what just happened? I was like, shit. I was like, what?
I'm not really sure what he's talking about right now, to be honest.
Neither am I. I'm not sure what he's talking about either. You're sniping him. I'm sniping you. Well, I have no idea. He said he had a clip of something. It's like no one knows what's going on here. This is about links. Okay.
I'm kind of lost. Here's the thing about Sly that we all have to keep in mind. He's a nice guy, but
he's what?
A tendency to, how do I put this, overhype things a little bit, in my opinion.
Man, overhyped stuff. Dude, you said you're going to sue Keemstar. Dude, you overhyped that, man. You ain't suing Keemstar? What happened to the GoFundMe? Hey, Thorp TV, you're in the chat. Throw a link to the GoFundMe. I'm going to help promote it. I want you guys to do this thing. I mean, I'm serious. I don't think it's going to happen, though. If you actually do manage to sue him, like you actually file it. You file it in the court, and he responds to it. I will give you $100. Okay? If you actually take him to court, I'll just delete this channel. I'll just delete it. I'll just pull a Rich Tech and just delete this channel. But it's not going to happen, dude. All right? Ain't suing Keemstar. That would just never, ever happen. Oh, you don't have a wrench. Oh, that's right. All right, I'll give you a wrench just for a little bit, just so you can do that. I have a no mod policy. Okay? It's like anyone could say anything. Well, except for in towers. We can't have that anymore, okay? By the way, if you don't like what someone says in the chat, I think YouTube gives you the tools to mute them yourself. So if you don't know how to use those tools, then maybe you shouldn't really watch streams. What I'm saying is you have those tools to protect yourself. That sounds so soy too. If someone's hurting your feelings in the chat, I think you have the ability to, find how to mute them or whatever. Okay. What? Aw, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. What? No, sabotage. Complete sabotage. I knew that was going to happen. Wow. Well, Thorp TV just proved to me that he doesn't have... Look, man, I was being honest. I was going to actually promote your GoFundMe. Now what I'm going to have to do is I am going to have to ban you. I'm going to have to ban you. For being an asshole. For being a complete asshole, dude. I asked for the GoFundMe link. Promote that. But you can't. Because it doesn't exist anymore, does it? I tried to find it the other day, and it wasn't there. The moment I give you a little bit of power, what do? You shut everyone down. You shut everyone down. And that is the Thorpe mentality, dude. That's why you can't give them anything. You can't give them anything. Because they will just crash it, dude. That's what Keemstar knew. Keemstar knew he couldn't work with Grace. He could not work with Grace. Because he couldn't control Grace. He couldn't stop Grace from doing what she's going to do. Which is sabotage everything. It just is that. So, bye. She had a chance to send the GoFundMe link, but that's gone now. Better not delete my channel. Well, she would have to take Keemstar to court for that to happen. All right.
So I don't really, like, I don't want to super do a ton of that. I don't know, just because I'm feeling relatively low energy, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. It's just with him, I always notice there's a lot of like.
Is there any comida here now?
Is there any comida here? No, not up here.
One morsel?
No, but I can go get some from the RV.
This.
They have room service here?
I don't know if it's room service, but there's a menu downstairs.
There's a restaurant right next door, I think.
Great. Now we're just tiddling around,
What would you like?
around.
I'm not hungry after the McDonald's.
Meetings tonight?
I'm that kind of hungry. That's not really. It's fine. I'll just sit.
Okay. All right, change the mic. Hello. Are we working now?
Oh, I changed the mic. All right, there we go.
Is this the quiet one?
Pugio
Thank you.
Fidelity. Okay. Hey, how's it going?
La 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 la. It's at 3. Ooh. Okay. Is that good? I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the reality. I think Pugio is a. I don't know if he's a real. I think what is he? Is he an ironic Thorpe guy? Yeah, I think he is. Oh yeah, he definitely is. I don't know if he is or not. Maybe a troll, but I'll lean with definitely. Prove me wrong, dude.
Woo. Yeah, I'm just getting set up. I had to charge the laptop up a little bit. All right.
I thought you had to tell me something. No, you were quoting me. Oh my! I was all the way out. Yeah, I was. How you said it? It sounded like something happened, right? I'm like, what? And now I'm feeling like, wait, you're just telling me now?
Okay. I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm just gonna call.
Okay, call. Do something.
All right. Discord.
Uh-huh.
Ready to go.
And let's
yeah,
get
there's,
those
like, a lot of
likes up.
Stromboli
2
stuff.
likes. Let's
Look at
fix
that.
that real fast,
Look at that.
guys.
All right. Wait, hang on. Sorry. 2 min, literally. I'm live. Just need to grab something. All right, I'll be right back. Can you post Jerome's RV is Stinky song? I'd like to post it as a compilation, to be honest.
We're gonna have to skip this.
I'll be right back.
When does she come back? Right here.
All right.
Great content.
Hello?
Lovely. Me
Grace,
commenting
how you
on
doing?
your areola.
What's up,
Was he
gang?
better than this?
Can you hear me?
We got Grace.
Okay, here we go.
Oh.
We got Grace. The top out, baby. I got Grace. We got the top.
All right, that guy already sounds like a crackhead, so I'm going to go ahead and reduce the speed a bit.
I had to do it. She's on here. Oh, hold on. I got you. You got to pop out and show me this real quick. All right, there we go. Grace, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I can't hear you. You're on mute or something like that. I don't know.
Testing. Hello. Testing. La 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 la.
You're muted. Or you're deafened. You're deafened. I think that's what that is. Is it on me? Oh, it's me. I did it.
Oh, okay. You can hear me?
You're good.
Of course.
Good. Yes, we can hear you. How you
Okay.
doing, Grace?
I'm doing good, Sly. How you doing?
I'm great. See, I had to bring the top up here because she disrespected me. All right. I don't know if you know, but she disrespected me. What
Okay, Sly feels disrespected, so let's see what happens.
she had done was sent some pictures unsolicited to me, and I had to let my significant other know and cause an entire issue.
Who links?
Oh, wow. Link sent the spicy pictures of this guy, and this dude, is married or has a girlfriend? Okay. First off, the fact that Link sent her nudes to, like, other people, like, to be, like, I guess what she thought were people who were going to, like, influence and spread the word around. Oh, come on, man. Oh, man. And what if it just so happened to be Ethan Ralph? Imagine that. That is funny. That is so funny. You know what? And don't get me wrong. Dude, if she wants to be a hoe, dude. You want to sell your nudes. Okay? But it's funny, though. Because if you're going to be the sort of person that gives your nudes to Ethan, Ralph, and other random people on the internet, you don't have any respect for yourself. So why should I respect you? I mean, it's just like that. Why would anybody respect you? You know? That's just the reality of it. But, okay. I mean, I guess the counter argument would be like, well, I mean, hey, You know, she's trying to turn an L into a W. She's trying to win that situation, make some money. She made some money, all right. She made a lot of money. I'm gonna tell you this right now. She's not gonna stop trying to make that money. She knew how much, right? She got all that money at the little bit of nudes. Man, she knows what she has. She has an ATM right there. All she has to do is take some nudes, and cash comes in. You think she's gonna stop that? I wouldn't stop that. If I was her, man. If I was a chick, dude, I'll be selling my tits, selling my ass all over the place. You know that.
Yeah. And then I saw on this show, she just dropped.
What do you guys think about it? What do you guys? No, Ace. I'm actually asking you now. What are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? What would you do in that situation? Hurricane Pyro, how's it going, man? If you really want to get my attention, it helps if you drop the name, because I'm looking at this monitor. The chat's over here. Okay, that's kind of how that works. Anyway.
Dropped and said she never did nothing like that ever. She said she would never do something like that. So I had to be petty. I had to bring you up.
Am I the top? Am I the top op?
You're the top op. I don't know.
Against Lynx?
And liking you, and then y'all be good and not be good. You're the only one I know that you get her going. So I had to bring it up.
Okay. I don't see myself that way, but that's fine. Can you cam up by any chance so I could show you on my stream too? Kick.com/Thorp2. If anybody wants to say hi.
I'm on mine. I don't think it's gonna work though, because I'm streaming.
Oh, okay.
Is it gonna work?
Ace, I'm your moral compass.
Let's see. Let's find out.
I don't know if it's gonna
That's
work.
a great thing.
I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Don't mind,
No
I'm
worries.
here.
I don't even call in.
It'll be delayed. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
No worries.
But anyway, so I brought you up here because she did this stream and she had said some things about you. I don't know if you know. She said some mean things about you.
I have heard.
Ignorant.
I have heard that Lynx said that I told her that I only have sex with my dad sometimes.
Which is a very odd conversation to have with her in the back.
That is pretty gross. You gotta turn into a joke there, huh?
Yeah, and in private, but hey, what are you gonna do, right?
Like, I mean, I just wanted to say, it's not as awful as people think. It's only Mondays and Thursdays. You know what I mean? No, I of course, I never had that conversation with her. I've had 2 private calls with her, but I don't really think Lynx talking shit about me is about her hating me. What I want to bring the whole Lynx conversation to is a big point about Lynx that a lot of people are missing, which I am not saying to hurt her or insult her. I really am not. But Lynx is legally retarded.
Lynx is legally retarded. Okay. Is that gonna be like, oh, dude, that could be her angle on OnlyFans? Oh my God, I know it's just a Patreon right now, dude. She could do a full-fledged OnlyFans and be like, oh, it might be too late. She can't be the first. I think there's already retards on OnlyFans.
She has severe fetal alcohol syndrome. I'm not saying that it's...
No, not severe. I've seen severe. What? Come on, man.
She's legitimately disabled. So I think I've recently been trying to bring that to light because I think what Keemstar did with her for like 5 reasons, including that one, is heinous, and she has a case against him.
Yeah, it is heinous, but it's weird coming from you, being that, I mean, you're kind of known for being, well, the girl that kind of sleeps with her dad, right? I mean, literally in, yeah, you know. Pretty disgusting.
Legally and possibly criminally. And I think the reason that Lynx has been talking shit about me is because she feels...
And also, wait, this is the same girl that tried to cry when Lalo touched her thigh. This is the same girl that would yank at her mom's hair for content. This is the same girl that would sniff and lick or whatever with her undies for a whore maxer. Oh my God, dude. Shut up. You know, being trying to virtue signal, trying to virtue signal It works better if you have virtue. If you don't have virtue, then it doesn't work. It's dumb.
Like I'm making fun of her for her disability. I'm not trying to do that, but I understand she's sensitive about that topic, and she feels like I'm laying it on too thick.
Yeah, you are. You absolutely are. You're trying to make it like she's like a full-on R-word, but she's not. She's really not. Okay?
So that's my explanation for her recent hostility towards me. I really haven't been hostile, and I even personally apologized to her because I didn't understand the situation she was in. You know, I made the same mistake you're making of calling her a hoe and saying she's like a, you know, like a lying female on the internet. I get that, but I just think in her specific situation, it's different. That's my take.
Well, because she's too special to consent. That's too good. That's too good.
Look, this was the main issue. Well, besides not the main one. The main one was the issue she caused in my life. You know what I mean? But the other thing is that you gotta understand, like the whole thing, like the dynamic between like how we even linked up for real is because she wanted to go at Keem. She had a problem with Keem, and a lot of people were harassing her, and nobody believed her about the doxing and all that. So I would be like, yeah, sure, I don't rock with Keem anyway. So yeah, let's shoot at Keem anyway. I'll bring you up if you want to air him out. I'm perfectly fine with that, right? So that's how it all happened. But that now to see where we are, like. She almost got me to shoot at that Lord Rush dude. Didn't do anything. Didn't tell me, but I told her I'm gonna go live and talk about it. Almost had me gun at this dude for no reason.
Dead man for Pope.
So wait. What happened there? What happened there was when her nudes got leaked. They did get leaked. I thought at first it was a fake. I believe it's real, but it got leaked by somebody pretending to be Lord Rush. She thought it was Lord Rush. She told everybody, "It's Lord Rush. Can you like defend me from what he's doing?"
So it wasn't even real revenge porn? It was all fake? It was just an op?
Think something like that. And then you're claiming she told you that, and then she learned it wasn't Lord Rush, but she didn't tell you before you went against him, which is kind of like
I almost did.
In your like, and that.
I mean, Ben smashed his daughter, so I don't think that. Oh man.
Would kind of suck because he's a like wealthy chatter. To be honest, he's a pay pig. So like. To go against some, like, you're intertwined with lolcow stuff, to go against a pay pig and accuse him of a sexual crime, which revenge porn is, when she knew that he didn't do it, you're saying kind of screwed you over. Am I right? That's your problem about it?
And I ain't like that because I've only been stand up to her. I've only been stand up, especially when it came to the doxing. Everyone hated her. Don't trust her. Cool. That's fine. But right is right. I mean, she ain't do it. She ain't do it. And I'll never walk back and say, like, oh, I'll never walk that back. She really never did any of that stuff until she sent it to you, whatever, the numbers or whatever.
What do you mean?
She sent those to you. That was.
What do you mean?
The what are they called? Mommy milk? No, not mommy milk. What are they called? The girls and the
local queens.
The milker girls. What are they?
Mafia milkers.
Mafia milkers. Okay.
Yeah. She sent the whole like Rolodex of their names or numbers and all that.
Yeah, she sent me a bunch of people's numbers. Yeah, I'm not sure what.
Wow. Why? Oh man. So Lynx really is that person behind the scenes that's just like, will manipulate and kind of do stuff. Wow. I have no business ever talking to her then. Why would I trust that? Why would anybody trust that? Man, she can't even own up to the fact that she wanted to release the nudes. You know? It was a fake gay op I guess revenge porn. It wasn't even that. If that's true. Wow. Anyway.
What? What is your point about that? What do you mean? Like, what? How does that?
I said that was the only time that I've ever seen her do that. That's what I'm saying. That was besides that point. Every time before she was accused of, she never did. Yeah, I got it sent to me.
Okay.
That I'm like, did you do this? You sent this? She's like, yeah, I gave him the grace, and she ended up showing him.
Let's see. I'm looking at the chat. Deadman will smash a special needs girl. Confirmed. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying there. That's so dumb. All that's dumb. So, like, this is the reason why I don't... Okay. I'm not going to do what chat demands in this area. Like, Ace is... I know who Ace is, and he loves tranny dick, okay? And I'm just saying, once a cocksucker, always a cocksucker. He's a cocksucker. Ben... Well, Ben's a daughter fucker. All right? I'm not doing that. Okay? I mean, you guys could be in the chat. You could do whatever. But just know that, no, I ain't doing what you say. And Ben's not coming on. First off, I just don't want it to derail. I'm doing this here, and I don't think there's anything I can gain from that anyway.
I'm on a stream or something like that. And I was like, oh, all right. Well, I didn't know about that. But that was the only other time. But so I would stick up for it for everything else.
So let's go and get the likes up.
She was playing victim about the nudes thing. And that turned into I'm going to sell them. But you're not saying that to me. You're crying to me. I know. I said it again. You're not selling it to me. Or you're not selling it to me. You're not telling me that you're selling them and you're happy about the outcome. You're crying and telling me, come kill everybody that's doing this. And I didn't like that. And then, but I was still, whatever. Do what you want to do. I don't like being played, and I don't like you. You're not about to make me look retarded. No.
So she even used him. He feels used.
Play me low, her playing me, and I ain't like none of that. And then I ain't like how she was treating my girl. Obviously, she was disrespectful to her as well. So I ain't like none of that. And now seeing this Keemstar stuff, you don't get it. This girl would cry in my DMs. Not just type cry, voice note cry that Keem is ruining her life.
Wow. I mean, no wonder he doesn't believe her, because he knows he's going to be manipulated, man.
And I hear you say, well, I did it all for, to get your attention. Oh, I did it all for the... Now, Keem
wait, hold on a second, because I'm just not quite familiar with this. She DM'd you at what point saying that Keemstar was ruining her life? Like, what are you referencing?
What point? A month.
Throughout it? Well, she's not wrong. I mean, she's not wrong. He has been like trying in every way he can to cut her off from her main supply of income, which is the fans she garnered on LolCal Live. Like, she's not wrong about that. But I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Yeah. She's been complaining to you about him, and are you saying you're like, but I mean, you were sexting him? Is that like kind of what you're saying?
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. What?
Yeah. Get into that. Get into that. How long have they been sexting? How long have they been doing that?
Oh, you're saying
you were crying, like, crying. Yeah.
Yeah, you're crying. But the first
King,
time you talk to, you're taking your clothes off and then letting them want them to glaze your face. No, listen, all that stuff is whatever. I get it. Keem looks like a creep. I know you hate him. We'll get to why you hate him, and we'll talk about all of that. But I get it. But at the end of the day, they got the Brantley's okay with it. He's okay with it, and she did not have to do it. And I'm not about to listen to her act like a victim.
You know what? I have to say, I don't really care that she was a victim. Okay? It's not that I'm like, oh yeah, it's cool what Keemstar did. No, it's not cool what he did. But like, there's going to be no consequence to this. Like, at all. Whatsoever. Like, do I think Keemstar is a piece of shit? Yeah, he's a piece of shit. About Lynx. Lynx is kind of weird, isn't she? She's very friendly with people who are creeps like that, and have no problem with them. Like, Horror Maxter and stuff like that. She has no problem with that stuff. Is what Keemstar did, was it wrong? Yeah, it was wrong for sure. But what is the consequence of that? Other than it, like her ending that call and like not wanting to have any other interaction with Keemstar. That's what it is. If she didn't like how Keemstar treated her, then don't talk to him. Don't engage. Don't engage with him. It's that simple. If she's embarrassed and wants money out of it, okay, then try to sue him. But this whole I'm going to use the internet to like get victim points is bullshit. And even Ben would agree, because Ben once said in his Wayward Hodes, First off, Ben is quite the feminist. No, we're not getting into all that there. Because that stuff gets crazy. It gets too crazy. It gets too crazy to explain. You'd have to just watch some old videos. But, yeah, I mean, because what I see here is Lynx trying to use the situation to make herself like I get that maybe she feels victimized, maybe. But what else am I supposed to do with that? What are we supposed to do? Like, feel so sorry that I don't watch Keemstar stuff? Well, I don't really do that. So, already. Okay, and it's just whatever.
I ain't gonna hear this
Okay.
power dynamic. I'm not rocking with it. Not rocking with it.
Okay, can I push
go.
back on that a little bit? I will
Let's go.
defend me lady. I'm here in white. I'm here to defend my lady. Okay. I by no means I was not a Lynx fan until I learned about her a little bit more, and I do think that she was genuinely a victim of the Keemstar thing. I can lay it out for you. Okay, there's 5 reasons why.
Fine. Got 'em.
Grace, you're a victim of your dad. People have been laying that out, but whatever.
Yeah, number 1, obviously, she is disabled cognitively. She's legally retarded, severe fetal alcohol. And the reason that she doesn't come across that way is because, as she outlined in Steven's stream that you were playing a clip of earlier, she went to specific classes where people would help her to, develop the social skills of a cognitively fully functioning person to make her seem less like, to help her fit in more, like somebody with a speech impediment, but obviously in a very different sense. Okay. So she does pass, and that's good for her. But Keemstar knew that she literally had a cognitive disability, which
Shut the fuck up, dude. You guys make it seem like she can't even. Okay, guys, what I'm gonna say is real, but people are gonna take it out of context for sure. Can people with special needs? Can they fuck? Do they fuck? Right? The people with Down syndrome, high functioning Down syndrome people, do they? There might be a social media app dedicated to that. Okay, I don't know. It's a weird world. It's a weird thing to think about. It's not something I ever really think about ever. But that's not what we're talking about. Lynx isn't Down syndrome, fetal alcohol syndrome. When you see Lynx's face, she does not appear to be. She doesn't look like that. She doesn't look like that. Like, this is wild to me. I like how Grace is like being like a Karen cop over here, Karen content, and is like, oh, whoa, Lynx is too retarded to consent, guys. As if she's some sort of like expert on this. She doesn't know anything about like IDD and special needs. She knows nothing about that.
is like, I'm sorry, but getting a retarded girl to show you her tits is not a flex. That's fucking gross. Okay? And I do think that she was used by him in that situation. I don't think that she's fully aware of all of the manipulations and like social games going on, especially with a very manipulative person who's much older than her, at least for multiple factors. But that's number 1, okay? I do think that legitimately makes her a victim. Even if she sent them, okay? Because number 2, okay, you have to understand, Keemstar is not only her former employer, but I have a clip of her saying that he had been sort of saying that if she works hard enough, she could get back on LolCal Live. Okay, so he's her former employer who has been sort of dangling a job in front of her. When he knows that she's poor, she is poor.
Dude, that stuff. Okay. All right. You think she has a case? You think she does? Huh? Then go for it. Then maybe she can go for it. What, you're going to go for it on her behalf? No, that's not going to make any sense. Are you her lawyer? No. That's just not going to work.
Poor, and she has recently been on the verge of eviction. So
all
she's
this
disabled.
is going to end to nothing.
She's poor.
Nothing will
She's on the
ever
verge of
ever
eviction.
happen.
She used to.
That's the thing. Lynx is never going to sue Keemstar. Grace will never sue Keemstar. These things are just not happening. Not happening whatsoever. I'll give $100 to Lynx if she were to sue Keemstar, but she's not. She's not going to do that. All right, we got 12 likes. That's 2 past 10. So guess time to take a shot. Time to take a shot. OBS is going like a Christmas tree right now. I'm trying to see why. What's going on? Like frames are okay. We'll go and play.
To work for this guy, and he's sort of vaguely offering her job back if she pleases him, okay? Then, the night that she gets revenge porned, okay, which is not her fault, somebody sends her nudes out on the internet, she decides to get drunk, and she doesn't drink. I believe she was drunk.
The same night this happened. Didn't happen the same night. It was 2 days later, 3 days later.
April.
Oh, this happened 2 days ago. This whole Keems happened 2 days ago.
No, the call.
Hey, I like how the black man corrected her. So, whoa, honey. Whoa, honey.
The call was released 2 days ago. The call happened April 12th. Yeah. That's when her news got leaked.
Okay.
That's funny. You're gonna go to law school, and in 4 years, you're gonna sue Keem pro bono to prove him wrong. You go for it, buddy. You go for it.
Okay. I believe it was I actually think her nudes got leaked April 11th, and the call happened the early morning of April 12th. I'm pretty sure. So
she sold them, so she didn't want you too upset.
This was before
So this is a long-winded thing. Grace is just trying to tell this guy, look, you need to be on her side, because not only is she retarded, but she was drunk. You know, if you're drunk, you can't consent, and if you're retarded, you can't consent. Keep in mind, this is coming from Grace, and I swear there's a video we reacted to on this channel not too long ago, The House of Wayward Hoes. It's a classic. It's a bin classic. Great archive. Okay. Check that video out if you're ever in question about like how they are as far as like when it comes to being like, I guess, a feminist or whatever. Ben flat out said that women like to get raped. He flat out said that. Ben, in his own words, flat out said that. He said that. Grace is the sort of person who'd be like, hey, you know what you need to do? You need to go grab your daddy's and suck it. That's what you need to do. Grace is the sort of person that will like try to do this half-attempted bullcrap, like creeper Me Too story on a dude that just touched her outer thigh after she had been sending him signals left and right. Like I said, if you want a virtue signal, have virtue. Have virtue.
This was before she was selling them. This had just happened.
Thanks for the likes. Let's get those likes up to 20. Let's do that.
She's super upset that she got revenge porned. He knows she got revenge porned. She's drinking, and she doesn't drink because she's a victim.
She tweeted him out.
She tweeted him out. She did, but you have to keep it right. But you have to keep in mind here, the cognitive ability is not very high.
But she's not like she's not crippledly retarded.
Well,
she knows what she's doing.
I can show you a clip. I'm not sure that's true because think about it, Sly. Why on earth, if you're a victim of revenge porn, would you post your own nude unless you have some issues?
She said she wanted to own it. That's what she said. She said she wanted to own it.
Okay, but I think
she wanted to take power back. That's what she told me. Because listen, she sent me the link as soon as she posted it.
I heard that story.
She sent it to me. I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "The first thing you want to do, maybe you should take this down."
I know. I said the same thing. But I think, I really think, if I could just delve into her psychology, I think she's been told her whole life, and she believes, like, I'm not gonna let my disability get the better of me. I'm gonna own it, and I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna be normal. I'm not gonna like lean into my disability. Okay, and I think she also applies that same rule when she gets abused or manipulated on the internet. So she gets her nudes leaked, and she's like, I fucking hate when people bully me and hurt me like this, so I'm gonna take my power back. Now, did she do it in a stupid way? I think she did, but keep in mind, Sly, she said that the reason she started that Patreon to sell her nudes.
Is it a smart way to take the power back to lean into the incest stuff? I mean, no.
Is because her chat told her to. Now, somebody who's making a decision about entering into sex work based on their chat is not especially when they already have a
Bitch! You do all sorts of stuff based on your chat. What the fuck are we talking about? What the fuck, dude? Come on, man. But with that said, Link's deciding to sell her news because her chat. Hey, sometimes your chat wants you to do some stuff that's really stupid. Sometimes you gotta say no. I learned the hard way too. I did. Boy, oh boy, I did.
Cognitive disability is not somebody who I think we can just say. She did see the money, but
she saw the money. She saw that she needs it. She's been crying about she's getting evicted.
I agree.
Crying about
I agree.
She needs this. So she saw the money and said, "Oh, a bunch of my guys that I literally call simps, and they sit around in Discord with me for 12 hours a day. Oh, they want to pay for this. Oh, bet. Let me advertise it on Twitter, and then let me hawk it behind the scenes." I mean, it's. That's what I'm saying. The girl, she's even on Steve's talking about this as part of her plan, or marketing strategy. That's what she's calling it. That's
a marketing strategy. Yeah, that makes sense.
I get it. She has the fetal alcohol, but she's not crippling retarded. I know, we know, hey, right? We know somebody that's like that. She is really.
Yes, like eating the onion. Eating the onion. Eating the onion. That was embarrassing. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, definitely don't do what chat says to do. Okay.
Mine's warped, right? She don't even.
Right.
Even walk,
I understand
right?
that. I understand that.
She can paint. She can talk. She's in the Discord. She's like, she can do. She's not.
She's not. But do you know? Do you know what? Do you know the highest? Do you know, like, by Canadian legal standards? Do you know the highest IQ you can have to be considered mentally retarded, legally retarded?
But I thought she just said, well, no, I don't know that. But I thought just because they were deaf, that's why she's disabled. It's not.
No. She has. I don't even. Here, look. I'll show you a clip. 2 seconds. I'll show you a clip, and it'll explain it to you. Okay. It's. I can just share it on Discord if that's okay.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It should play.
I don't like the.
I like how Grace is like a retard hunter right now.
her being retarded and she doesn't know anything. She don't know any better because
okay.
She knows
I totally understand you coming from that point of view.
And listen, I don't have to like her to. If I didn't like her, or if I don't like her, and she's right, she's right. I'm not that type that's like she's always gonna be wrong because I don't rock with her. But I'm not. I know I've talked to her, and she's not as retarded as everyone's making it kind of sound out to be. Like she's.
See, I'm liking Sly already. She's not. She plays it up. She plays the victim. She's a manipulator. I don't trust her. I don't trust her at all. She's looking for opportunities, and that's what she is. Okay, and hey, that's how you can get far in life. If you're in the room, you see the people, you kind of figure them out, and you play them. That's what you do, I guess.
He's like.
That's what she's doing. That's what I think anyway.
Because people don't like Keemstar. Go ahead, play.
Okay. So this is her explaining it.
Which I'm part of that as well, by the way.
Okay.
She has fetal alcohol syndrome. They kept saying this. And that she will eventually say that she's retarded and you manipulated her into doing that.
First of all, I'm retarded. I can confirm that.
Wait, they're saying that Grace has fetal alcohol syndrome?
No, they were saying that about me.
I have fetal alcohol disorder, and it's severe, and it's essentially a form of brain damage. And legally, I am retarded.
There you have it. Straight from the horse's mouth. She's retarded. She has brain damage. Oh man. So that means Keemstar is like a potato hunter. Keemstar is a potato hunter, dude. Oh man. But on the scale of retard, she's not on oh man, what's that dude's name? JF. Holy crap. Mama JF, that whole person. It's not to that level. There's a spectrum to this. Okay?
I've said this multiple times.
She has fetal alcohol.
Okay. So that's one clip of her explaining it.
Yep.
And I did ask her about it, and she does say that it impairs her cognitive ability. And I believe that what she's doing is essentially.
What time did you ask her though? Sorry to cut you off.
I asked her. No, I asked her very recently because I asked her to retract what she said about me because I was like, I never said that to you.
Okay, so you needed her to do something and she was in the wrong, right? Now she calls.
No. But actually, it explained it to me because she said she literally like did the meme. She said, "Oh, well, since you want to call me a retard, I'm just too retarded to know what I'm doing," which obviously shows the reason why she said that was because she feels offended by me. Well,
obviously she's joking in there too. She's using it as a defense.
Repeating her own medical status, which I understand is sensitive to her, but like I'm not using it as an insult.
That's how you take that? I took that as her just being defensive and as like a joke. Okay.
And I responded to that by saying, well, Lynx, I genuinely do think you're impaired in this way, and I'm trying to help you. And she said, yes, I am cognitively impaired, but that doesn't mean I can't X, Y, Z. So
So
I don't believe she
Grace.
uses it as an excuse to get out of things. I think that she actually tries to hide.
She's trying to say she's not as special needs as you think she is. That's what she's saying, dude. Oh my god, you making it seem like she can't wipe her own ass, make her own meals, and is drooling. Is that where Lynx is at? Is Lynx? Oh my god, we're gonna have to like get like a. You know what? I don't even know what to do. I don't. Because we're talking about the degrees of special needs. And that's way too nuanced of a conversation to get into on just a reaction stream to this nonsense. Especially with these people. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Grace is trying to do is get a win by getting Sly to join her side. That's all she's trying to do. That's what she's trying to do right here.
Hide it, and I believe she's genuinely.
Yeah, I
like
took
a
a shot already.
person who
That's turned
caught-
that 14 to
like
a 20. I'll
poor,
take another shot.
Vulnerable person who got humiliated on the internet by getting revenge porn. That's certainly humiliating, and it wasn't her fault that actually happened. Selling the nudes afterwards, whatever. She got to this point, and her former employer is reaching out to her. He's been saying maybe you could get a job back. You know, I'm thinking about it. He reaches out to her, and he asks her to show him her tits and masturbate in front of her, in front of him.
Hold on. He DM'd her to say about Lord Rush. That's what the conversation was.
Yeah.
If you listen to the call, 6 times between the time when she offered and from the start, she had initiated sexual talk. She was doing it. He called it out once, and then she finally.
Oh, really? Sly, good call.
Says, "Do you want me to show you and Brantley?" And he said, "Hold on, let me go." Never, not once in that first to 25 minutes did he ever say, "Take your clothes off." None of that. They were just talking. If you listen to the
Wow. Did she say it? Wow. Well, hold on here. Now, well, Keem, being a married man, should have said no. Should have said no. First off, being a married man, and Keem himself might be retarded. Actually, that might be a poll that's worthy of doing here. Is Keem retarded? Because if Keem is retarded, then this kind of. I don't know if YouTube will allow me to do this. Let's see. If Keem is, then that kind of changes this whole thing. It's kind of then we're talking about the degrees of retards or retardation. Okay. Can 2 special needs people consent? Can they? Man, I don't know. I don't know if he can. I don't know if they can. Might have to sit. Grace needs to go in that case and figure that one out. And that's right, Ace. That's right. I learned the hard way. I learned from my mistakes for sure. Snell was someone that I loved deeply, so much. She was such a great person. I loved her so much, man. No. Okay.
4-hour call.
Sure.
He never said she brought it up.
Sure.
6 times she insinuated or she'll do like, "Oh, I'm so free that I can walk out of my bedroom and have my tits out at the time." You know what you're doing. You're enticing.
Well, I think that's because he.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Leaks on the call, and is that true? She was the one who initiated. Hey, you want to see my tits? That. Oh, wow.
I think that's because he was showing sexual attention to her through the messages before the calls. He kept saying, like, dude, those tits aren't real, right? They're like photoshopped, right? Prove it.
I mean,
Prove it. You won't.
like
He initiated, Sly. He initiated. She may have been picking it up on it in the call. He initiated. He reached.
Oh, no. He might have been sending signals that he wants to see. But she's the one who did that. She's the one who did. If she's the one who did that first, like, hey, do you want to see them? If that's really what happened, hey, do you want to see them? And you say yes, and she shows them. Like, wow, okay.
Reached out to her. She said, "I've looked up to you." I went through the DMs. She goes, "I look up to you as a mentor. You know, I really appreciated working with you. I feel like you turned me into the creator I am, and I just wish I could get back in somehow. I feel so bad. I'm drinking like I never drink because my mom drank, and obviously that's why I have this problem. And it's just so shitty that somebody leaked my stuff." And then he goes, well, you know, at least they were good
Allegedly,
pictures. Let me see them titties, though. Like, basically, that's what he's saying. Like, prove it. Prove
He
that.
didn't
Prove the
basically
tits.
say- no, no,
You
I
know,
wasn't
he
basically
said,
saying-
prove
I
it. He
wasn't
said
what
those
he said,
tits.
though.
He said those tits are photoshopped, right? And she goes, no. And he goes, prove it. He started it, Sly.
But
He
that-
started.
Grace, I don't think your ability to charm this Sly guy onto your side is working.
Nah.
Yeah.
If you listen to it, we can do it.
He's
He
not
never
joining
mentioned
your
it
team.
up until she offered it. She said, "You want me to show you and Brandley?" She said,
Maybe
"That's
on the
time
call.
she mentioned it."
Maybe on the call. I haven't listened to the whole call. But the DMs were
Oh,
before
yeah,
the
hey.
call. The DMs were before the call, and he initiated the DM.
See, and I thought in this stream should we talk about the Keemstar lawsuit.
They came after. She said that on Steve that those DMs were afterwards. She
Well,
said
there's
that was
no way
after the
those
4 hour
DMs were
call.
afterwards because the DMs
That's what
are
she said.
started.
1 a.m. The ones that 1 a.m.
I don't remember
Or,
what the
not 1
timestamp
a.m.,
was.
not 1 a.m., 1
It's-
p.m. I mean. 1
It sounds
p.m.
like he's looking at him right
Because
now.
She said those DMs because she showed them and she said those came afterwards. If we're, if we're
The
talking
DMs
about
I'm
the
talking
ones,
about,
that was after the call. They said missed call and
I believe
yeah,
the
we
DMs
have
that
to pull
I'm
them up.
talking about.
Oh, Grace is struggling here.
I believe that the DMs I'm talking about are the ones where he reaches out to her about Lord Rush. Then they start talking about it. Then he goes, "Oh, those like at least it was a good picture." Blah blah blah, and then it leads to a call. So I don't know how
The
it can be
coach
after
is
the call,
angry.
from what I saw.
About Grace's
Maybe
response.
we're talking about different ones then, because
Grace's performance right here is, I'm pretty sure, causing the coach to be worried, and by the coach, I mean Ben Thorpe.
I'm talking the ones that she was showing. She said this came after, and she was trying to prove the fact that he would not leave it alone. And again, but it came afterwards. You already did all the things in the call. You already did all that. I'm just not.
Well, Ace, I don't have all the facts
Team
here.
is terrible. And then the power dynamic thing. There is nothing. There was no. She didn't work for
And
him.
Ace,
That was over with.
you're just
She's not working for him.
Dude, Ace, you're just a dude. I know you. I know what you're all about, dude. All right, you're just an instigator, man. You and I both know what's going on, and I don't even think you really like Ben. But I think maybe you don't like the fact that. Well, there's things. I'm not gonna get into here. It's okay. Hey, carry on. We're at 15 likes. Let's turn the 15 to 20, and maybe we take another shot here. And what do you guys think of this so far? What I see here is Grace is trying to convince Sly to join her side. That Lynx is the victim and to be anti-Keemstar and all this stuff. It kind of seems like to me that Sly doesn't really care about what Lynx is doing, at least at first. And then it's looking at these messages like, hey, look, in the beginning of these messages, she's sending messages to Keem saying, hey, do you want to see my boobs? And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, he's gonna do with that, you know? Now, is Keem in the wrong there? Still, I mean, morally, yes. Yeah, I mean, he's a married man. He shouldn't be doing that anyway. But, like, is he going to be crucified for that? No. No. He's just a dirty sleaze bag, okay? That's what he is. But, anyway. Yeah, you guys let me know in the chat. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah,
She's told
true.
me 19,000 times, and I'm not going. To be honest, we're not gonna get bogged down in the drinking thing. But the way she said she drank a half bottle for a girl that's never drank before, don't think she's even gonna be able to do any of what she was talking about. But we've all drank before. I can't see an 80-pound girl drinking a half bottle of whiskey. He's gonna be able to work a phone, talk, take
Right.
take this, do all that, and talk perfectly fine. I'm not with that.
Yeah, I should be slurring a lot more, yeah.
I think that's another excuse, but that's besides the point. I can't prove it. Nobody can prove that. All I know is the girl.
I like what he said there. He can't prove it. No one can prove it. It's a private conversation that's being leaked. Okay? And look, man, if you want to record conversations, do that to protect yourself. If she really feels like a victim, this should be taken to court, not in some stupid internet public drama bullshit. That's what this is. Like, Grace, the only reason why Grace and Ben are doing this is because they're trying to get a win on Keem. They don't care about the store sort of stuff. Dude, Ben and Grace were on Crowder's side a long time ago when Crowder was accused of having beat his wife around, okay? Like they're not morally good people or virtuous people. They're just looking at who's the enemy. Their enemy is Keem because Keem wronged them somehow. Okay, so they're going to go after Keem. They're going to try to get a win as much as possible, and then they're going to try to get as many people on their side. Trying to do this PR campaign to get that to happen. But unfortunately, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And hey, I guarantee you that, Ben. I guarantee you that. It's not going to work. You're not going to file a lawsuit on Keem. It will never, ever happen. You want to prove it? Do it. That's it.
Probably weighs maybe 100 pounds, and she said she drank a half bottle. I mean, Keem was
it's not working.
That's all. I can't prove anything. All I can say is
Grace is not happy right now.
Math in your first time drinking.
Her attempt is failing.
Just God tier at drinking. But besides that,
I don't deny to you that Lynx lies about stuff. I don't deny that. Like, she lied about me. She's lied about.
So you admit she is a liar a little bit. So she is a little bit of a manipulator. Okay.
Lots of things. She lies about things that don't even make sense. But my point is more so like let me give you another example, okay? Because I think you're just not seeing the larger picture here. I'm not denying that Lynx lies about shit. She does, but I think the reasoning for it is a little more off than you're thinking. I don't think this is just for personal enrichment, because the decisions she makes don't really make sense even for her. So here, let me give you an example. She challenged me to a boxing match, okay? Do you think it would be a good idea for me to accept a mentally retarded 80-pound fetal alcohol syndrome girls challenge to a boxing match?
Yes. Yeah, it would be fair. What are you saying? Because that retard strength is be unfair? Is that what you think it is? She's too strong for you? I mean, that's her. I mean, okay, fine. I guess so.
Not for you, but her. She's the clout guy. I mean, she'll do anything for it.
Okay, but why would it be a bad idea for me to accept that challenge and box her? Why?
You're not a boxer, Grace.
I mean,
yeah.
You're not gonna fight.
I mean, she's like 60 pounds. I mean,
right, and she's like 5'2". I'd kill her, right? I'd kill her.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
the last thing. Let me just play out this analogy. The last thing you want to do.
I would like that to be proven. Can we sanction that fight in the back of an Arby's?
With somebody who has a brain damage, like mental disability, is get them in the boxing ring, right? Especially with a 5'10", 160-pound opponent. That's not going to be a good idea, right? So, if you don't think it would be so I'm aware of everything about her, just like Keemstar was. He probably knew more about her than I do even right now when he had this call with her, right? If you don't think it would be a good idea for me to have a friendly boxing match with her because I might seriously injure her, how can you say it's okay for Keemstar to engage in sexual activity with her over the phone with a vague promise of a job coming up? Don't you?
Whoa! What? Those two things don't even compare. What the fuck? You have to take in weight and all that weight and height for a fight to make the fight fair. You don't have to take into those things into account at all when it comes to, like, I don't know, sexting. I don't know what you're trying to say. Well, retardation or IQ? Is she too dumb to do it? Bitch, have you guys, seriously, right now there's a fucking Down syndrome model. Have you not seen that? What the fuck are we talking about? Right now. It's already actually happened a while back ago. It's old news by this point. They decided who's they? I don't know, probably the small hats. I don't know who the they is in this one, okay? But they put a fucking Down syndrome chick in a bikini and put that out there for sexual appeal. They did that. It is fucked up. I mean, it's bizarre. It's weird, but apparently she consented to be in that modeling thing. She consented to do all that. Okay. So, like, this whole thing is just fucking dumb. And you guys are making it seem as if Lynx is too dumb to wipe her ass, feed herself, or do anything. Like, what are you talking about? Isn't she a caregiver for her grandpa? So she's too dumb to do anything, too retarded to consent, but yet she can be a caregiver for an elderly person? Shut the fuck up. Go fuck yourself on this one.
Think that sexuality is...
One's not.
Well, I mean, but like
dive over a goon session.
Right, but I'm saying you're saying she's not really competent to have a friendly boxing match with me. How is she competent? And you're saying
competent. I said size difference. You would kill her.
It's just the size difference. It's just the size difference.
I'm not thinking retarded. I'm saying she's just a frail girl.
It has nothing To do with her being legally retarded.
No, because I don't think she's as retarded.
No, because Sly's not buying that. No one would buy that shit. You guys are making it seem like she's drooling from the fucking mouth. You guys are making it seem like it's JF's dead wife. But that's not what's happening here. Okay?
It's now being played up as because people don't like Keem. You got to look at who is saying it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. The people who hate Keem are saying this stuff, and it's like, you know what? The people, yeah, dude, it smells, it stinks. It just is that.
So then, do you think she's?
I'm going to keep bringing this up because I hate Keemstar. I mean, a lot of these people are hammering this retard angle up because they don't like Keem.
Okay.
I don't either.
Would you box?
So Sly doesn't even like Keemstar, which is cool. I'm good with that. You know.
Would you box a legally retarded guy?
What? Well, it depends. It depends. No, I'm just kidding. What do you mean by? Okay,
would you?
When I hear retarded, I'm saying helmet, short bust, drooling on the window. Retard.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. I like this. Sly's asking for degrees. Give me degrees of retardation because it's not binary. When it comes to IDD, it is a spectrum. Okay. There's different degrees, different levels of need, and all that. Okay. Dude, there's some that can't do anything and they have to wear a diaper and they're tube fed, and God help them and God bless those that care for them because they're doing a glorious work and it is hard and all that. But then there's ones that are pretty much able-bodied. They're able to work, able to function. They can manage their finances. They want to do everything that everyone else does, but everyone tries to treat them like they're different, when really they try to do everything that they can, and they don't really want to be treated like they're different. So fuck you guys for treating them like they're fucking different. But anyway.
But that's not every person. Not every person who, like, what I'm saying is, I'm making the case that she has genuine issues making decisions and like understanding all of the implications and social elements of the internet, of sexuality, of manipulation, etc. Like,
Grace got this information after like a couple conversations from Lynx, and now she makes it seem as if like she's like Lynx's long-term caregiver and really knows all the ins and outs of her ability.
not like somebody on the short bus like you're describing, but in between that. Like, I'm saying you wouldn't box a Down syndrome person. I'm saying she's closer to Down syndrome than she is to fully functional. And from her own words, you gotta, because not all mentally disabled people are drooling. You're thinking of it a certain way. They're not all
Down syndrome. She's closer. She's the closest thing to normal. She is literally.
Yeah, I've seen Lynx. Lynx can. I've watched, I think, a Lynx stream with Ruby, and they are both about the same level of cognitive ability, I would say. Lynx is a little bit mousy, but that's about it.
Like, if this was,
have you heard her describe her growing up? She can't write. She can't drive. She used to have special classes. She was taught how to fit in with other kids. She is legally considered retarded by the government of Canada. These are not little small things. These are not small things. I'm not saying it just because I hate Keemstar. I called Lynx out and I said, you're a slut, you're a hoe, blah, blah, blah. You do this shit with Keem. You're selling your Patreon stuff. Like, this is ironically the most retarded thing you could do.
Hey, there was a retard that I went to school with. Okay. He can't write. He couldn't write. Couldn't spell. He couldn't do math. He worked at Kroger's, the local Kroger's. But you know what he had? He had a girlfriend. And you know what he did? He banged that girlfriend. And she was not special needs. I mean, you tell me, is that wrong? Is it wrong for like people with special needs who are higher functioning to try to live a normal life? Is that wrong? Like, I guess like people who could take advantage of but like we're in like a creep area. But it's like, well, what does that conversation look like? And it's like, well, at the end of the day, it's like it doesn't really involve me, and it's too gray for me to really be that concerned about. But if we start moving further down on the spectrum, then it becomes a little bit darker.
If you get revenge porn, right? But then I heard her talk about it, and I'm like, okay, like, just my opinion is this is legitimately a girl with problems who should be genuinely protected. And you know, or at least my people know, I will call a hoe out when she's being a hoe. I don't fucking care. But in this situation, I do think it's different, and you can't just say you're being a slut, a lying hoe, blah, 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 all females are retarded. Like, no, this one, like, genuinely is. And we should give her some grace because of that. It's not fair. In my opinion.
I don't think if you want to, that's fine. She knew enough. She was smart enough to know an opportunity was right there, and she was bragging to me how much money she was making off it, and she's happy when she's been telling everybody and their mama she's made 6,000 and 5 and 2.
Yes,
she knows what she's doing.
Sly.
Yeah, she's not too retarded to hustle. That's for sure. That is for sure. Wait a second. Why are we making this stupid argument, Grace? She's had a boyfriend. This whole... God damn it. What are you talking about? You think she's too retarded to consent? What about when she had a boyfriend? Okay, what about that?
Children. Slight. I'm not saying she's a child.
Yeah, that might have been my story.
People can get excited about things and think that they're winning when they're actually getting manipulated.
Dude, I still can't write. You see my handwriting? You can't see it. It's scribble, dude. You can't read what I write. It's great. Mackenzie, you're right about that. Lynx is an attention hoe for sure.
Into like abuse, like
just my opinion, just my read on it.
Yes, she's not ashamed because she's trying to do this thing where she's a bad bitch, and I get it. But like, okay, let me ask you another question. Let's say you're running a business, okay?
Hell, and it would be easier for me to say that she's not. It'd be easier for me to say, you know what? She's the victim. Oh my God, poor Lynx. She can't consent to anything. Oh my God, how dare Keem really take advantage, and it'd be like just cry about that, right? It'd be like really trying to make like a hug box or join the hug box for Lynx, like it really concerns me, like I really care what's going on. It's just the concern, the outrage in the beginning of it was just like Keem shouldn't have been doing that because that's morally reprehensible, because he's a married man. You know, he should not be involved in that stuff. That's the way I look at that. But, you know, we're looking at Lynx. Lynx was apparently not too retarded to have a boyfriend. Not too retarded to have sex with that boyfriend. But now she's too retarded to sex with Keem. Okay. All right, I'm trying to figure this out. She's so dumb. She's just drool. Oh, you know what? The next Link stream, she should just play it up. She should just be drooling on herself. Be like, I'm Lynx. Keem, will I see my titties, Keem? Will I see my titties? Is that what's going on here? Is that what's going on? Is that the interaction? That's the interaction, right? That's not interaction. That's the replay. The replay of the whole bit, of the whole thing, the whole exchange between Lynx and Keem. Lynx is like, you want to see my titties? Yes, Vetcher, Lynx is the primary caregiver for grandfather. But apparently, according to Grace, it would be like, Grandpa, do you need your diaper changed? I don't know. It doesn't. That's not what Lynx is, man. That's not where she's at.
let's say you're in Keemstar's position. Would you ever consider telling your ex-employee who's legally retarded to take her shirt off and masturbate in front of you? Would you ever consider that?
Okay, well, first of all, that's all I would never do. So we don't even have to forget the retard angle. Nothing he did in there I'm ever doing with a random. No. So no.
Yes.
So know what
Base Sly.
But
Base Sly. Nothing he did in there. No one should do what Keemstar did. Okay. Not because of what Grace said, but because he's married. And also because it's a completely random person. Don't do that. Just don't do that. For the love of God, don't do that.
She's not a rando. She's not a rando. Your mic just cut out for me. King. But she's not a rando. She's not a rando. Hello?
So far on the poll, 73 people said, 73% said
going on?
Keem is
Hello?
retarded. So Keem is also retarded. So what does matter?
Hello? Your mic's going crazy.
Keem's not married? What? What? He's not? I thought he was married. Honestly, I did. Is it like a fiance or something?
Is it me?
Then he can't even commit.
Hello?
Can't
Delayed
even
echo.
commit. That's even worse. Even worse.
Chat, am I coming through for you? Hello? Hello? Okay, I'm live on Kick. Okay.
What else
Oh,
happens?
I'm just gonna restart
Engaged.
Discord.
Oh, okay. Well, he's engaged.
Okay, let's just rejoin.
Well, then it's still pretty bad. He's That's why I thought they were married. But he's
What
engaged.
is this
Okay.
sound coming from? There's a loop back somewhere. Yeah. Okay. All right, Emberton 2. Open Discord. Get rid of Siri. Okay. All right, are we back?
Great.
Are we back?
Sorry about that. I don't know what the hell
It's all good.
happened.
Hold on. There you are. All right. Yeah. So, hard question. Yeah. Look at. I feel like we'll probably just go back and start because we're just not.
Yeah, that's
we have
fine.
to agree
That's
to
fine.
Disagree. Because
Sly's
I get-
realizing, man, I've been talking to this bitch for a while, just going in circles.
I know it's hard for me not to say because of the situation.
Gross, Mr. Stinky Brew. You say no to that.
Right?
Open
Yeah.
relationships are no.
Yeah, okay. You
are-
need
Open relationships is the pathway to the devil, dude. Okay.
him because of what we're going to talk about next. But I don't want to just say, oh, I'm just going to throw my hands because she's retarded and we'll just let her run rampant. Also, she came in here after she sent that thing to me, right?
Mhm.
And then she talked to her maybe girl and said, oh, I forgot you existed because I'm busy, so I don't know.
Her
And then
maybe
walked
girl?
right
What does
back.
that mean?
I'm being, because they've had conversations. She knows who she is. She's had conversations with her. She's spoken with her because we already had a talk before. She's not stupid. She knew she was taking a shot. She knew she was being ignorant. She knew what she was doing, and she apologized for doing it at the time. She's not as slow as everyone's painting her out to be. Or
This is another reason why she's not gonna be able to convince Sly. Sly has already interacted with Lynx and has read Lynx. He knows what Lynx is about, man. Okay.
I wouldn't have spoken to her in the beginning. I wouldn't have. She knows what she's saying. She knows what she's doing. She's not. And that's a good point. She said that her fetal alcohol messed her ears up and trust issues. Not can I sell and get away with this? She knows what she's doing. How can everybody say that she's like a conniving person behind the scenes if she's so retarded? How many?
Right. How's she a conniving manipulator? Huh? No, she's not. She's just special needs, guys.
People are getting duped and tricked by this girl if she's just ruling everywhere. That's what I'm saying. If she's closest thing to Down syndrome, as you would say, how is she manipulating half the planet? This is
That's That's a good point.
This is like Rain Man levels of retarded. I mean, this is crazy. Then we might be retarded then, because she's got
You might want to get that checked out.
700 people, huh?
You might want to get that checked out. There are tests, Sly. You can take them.
What? I'm not retarded.
Well, and how is Grace not retarded? How is she not retarded? The whole, like, she performed a fellatio on a beer bottle between her dad's thighs. Between her dad's thighs. How's that not a retarded thing to do? How's that not a retarded thing to do? Wow. Anyway.
There's like 700 people that are all rocking, like, side with her. I mean, some of them are Sims, obviously, but she's tricked Keem. She's tricked she's got you fooled. I'm sorry, she's got you. She had me think. She got me to think that she was like a poor soul, but as soon as she had an opportunity to make some money, that went out the window. Like, she's not. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, we can move on.
People are saying.
We'll agree to disagree. It's fine. It's fine.
Sorry.
You're entitled
I'm
to your
sorry.
opinion.
I can't do it. I can't.
Your attempt to manipulate him failed, Grace.
There's no need to be sorry. I completely understand. I used to come from that point of view, but I just think you're wrong. But whatever.
Want me to take an autism test? No. Oh, no, I'm not taking an autism test. I can't give it to her. I can't. And if she was, I would sit here and be like, yeah, she's pretty retarded. I would understand this. Like, I feel like, yeah, I don't know. All right, so let's talk, since we brought the Keemstar thing situation. So you are suing Keemstar.
I am.
Oh, okay. Here we go. We're suing Keemstar. Now, Grace already knows this is just not happening. Grace is not suing Keemstar. That paperwork will never get filed. I'll give them money if that happens, and if they actually take Keemstar to court, I'll delete this channel. But that's not going to happen, because none of this is happening.
Suing Keemstar in the Western District Court of New York State for tortious interference. That's correct.
For torturous interference. Wait,
tortious.
Where's the court, you said?
Tortious. I'm not sure the exact court, but it's going to be in the Western District Court. Or is that the exact court? I don't know exactly. It's the Western District of New York State.
I thought you were going to bring it to Buffalo. I was praying to God you would bring it to Buffalo.
Well, it might be held in the Buffalo District Court. I don't know.
Hopefully. If you did, I would.
You gotta get that money.
I'm telling you.
You gotta get that
are you
GoFundMe
nearby?
going.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I'm in Buffalo, yeah.
So
you're suing them. So tell me about this.
So
Tell me about this lawsuit.
Hold on one second. I have all my notes. I just want to go through it. Feel free to push back.
That was funny. I bet you're in the chat. Link says like Officer Doofy from Scary Movie. That's right. And he got ass in that movie, didn't he? Oh, he definitely consented.
Back or whatever. But so Lynx recorded those calls on Discord and Twitter with Keemstar on April 12th. And he admitted to having a hand in getting my YouTube and Kick channels taken down. And he even said that he personally reached out to an owner of Kick to have me shut down. I have 3 clips to play. They're each like 15 seconds long. If we could just go through them really quick, just to prove my point. They're up on my channel. Actually, yeah. Okay. So let me just share these. It's the most important part.
Oh, this would be great.
Let's see here. All right. So, can you see that?
I can see it.
All right. So this is the first clip.
Yeah, because her fucking channels and shit all got banned.
Yeah. Did you have something to do with that?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the first clip, just a direct admission. Now, just because... Oh, no, it's doing the feedback thing again. Can you hear me?
Oh, no. Oh, no, not a good time to have technical issues.
Oh, my God. Wait, hold on. First clip's a direct admission. Now, just because...
Hear me?
Yes. Okay, my Bluetooth speaker is fucked up. Okay. Yeah, so did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard the first one, yep.
All right. So that's just like obviously a direct admission of being directly involved, which doesn't necessarily prove that he used wrongful means. Okay, because you have to prove a couple things. You have to prove that they knew you had a contract with somebody. Okay, Keemstar obviously knew I had a business contract with YouTube and Kick. I was signed on as...
You're also going to have to prove malice.
Whatever. Like, I was a partner, right? I was making money off of both. So he knew that he interfered, obviously, right there. that he did.
Oh, what's going on, Hurricane? She will sue Keemstar, and so do I. I don't know about Grace. Like Grace Dorp, but Keem did me dirty by blocking me from his Discord to keep me away from his glammy lammy, like the simp, like he is. I would sue him for real. Oh, no, I don't think she will. I don't think she will. I don't think she will sue him. I'll be surprised if she does, though. And actually, Mr. Stinky Brew, you're allowed to call a friend and say these people, the Thorps, may be problematic. Exactly, you can do that as well. Keemstar is allowed to call a buddy that works at the Kick and be like, "Hey, these guys are messing with me. They are harassing me," and then they can look at that, and if they go, "Oh, okay," and they get rid of the channel, okay. And then it looks like they reinstated the channel afterwards because after further review, they're like, we gave this some more thought. We'll go ahead and put it back on there. Okay. Well, then good luck. Because if anything, if you do that, I mean, I would imagine the counterclaim, if even if it does get filed, would be like, hey, you, the Thorps, were harassing us. You were trespassing. You did go to that driveway multiple times, Grace and Ben. You are not allowed to be there. Your first night being there, you're told to leave.
Did it through wrongful means, which means lying, basically lying, various forms of lying about somebody in order to, like, false reporting or whatever, in order to get that business contract broken. So I am still demonetized on YouTube due to his actions. I had my Misunderstood channel terminated, I believe, due to his actions. And I also was suspended from Kick for a week, and I still have $5,000 of YouTube revenue.
Have it ever occurred to you that it's because of your actions and that Keem just reported? I mean, you can report. So if someone were to report a YouTube channel and it violates TOS, is that tortious interference with the contract? No. That's a feature that exists there. So, like, this is stupid. This is real dumb. This is not going to go anywhere. So, let's think about that. Anyone who's ever reported a channel and got the channel video down or a whole channel removed, it's like, did you just interfere with that contract? Huh? Did you just cancel that channel? Did you? Were you doing that with wrongful means? Were you doing that? They'll probably say no. They'll probably say no. You're using the platform and all this stuff. But if you know someone, you can just call them. What's the difference? What's the difference?
That is being suspended and not given back to me due to his actions. So that's direct admission from him. Now this is where it gets into exactly what the interference is.
All right. And then.
Oh, where is the GoFundMe link anyway? Does anyone know? I tried looking for it the other day and I could not find it. I gave Ben an opportunity to share it, but like he did not share it. He deleted a lot of the title of it was "Help Me Sue Keemstar," right? I searched that in GoFundMe. I type in Grace Thorp, and nothing comes up. There's some babies. There's a dog. Does anyone?
It got so bad where, like, I had to reach out to, like, my buddy who owns fucking Kick, and I was like, dude, this bitch drove an RV from fucking New York all the way to Texas to come onto private property, right?
Okay, so direct admission from him. I contacted.
Play that one again.
Sure.
Play that one again.
Sure. One sec.
And then it got so bad where like I had to reach out to like my buddy who owns fucking Kick, and I was like, dude, this bitch.
Yeah, I haven't found the
fucking New York,
GoFundMe page. Unless I
to
see it,
come onto private
I'm gonna
property, right?
say it's been gone.
Is that all he said in that call? Because that's not
Hasn't been removed.
because he's not saying.
Has
he
it
did
been
anything. He's just saying
removed?
that he talked to the owner at Kick. You know what I mean? Because you got to prove all this in court. It's not there's no assumptions at that point. Go ahead. Continue.
What do you mean? Like what?
Like
What
you
you
can't
saying?
just say, well, because he said this, then that must, and then this happened. Obviously, they're correlated. You have to prove how they are. You know what I mean?
Well, okay. I mean, I can prove it because
he didn't say he did it. He just said he spoke to him.
He'd be like, I spoke to him, and then my channel was deleted. And then it'd be like, okay, what happened there? And he'd be like, well, I spoke to the person. And I told him X, Y, and Z. And X, Y, and Z would be this crazy woman drove from New York to Texas to interfere with us, to mess with us, uninvited. And she trespassed multiple times. And, it just became this whole thing. And, yeah, you would... it would be, it'd be like, well, would those things be violations of terms of service? Could that potentially get your channel removed? And there you go. Pretty simple.
I mean, anything else could have happened at that point.
well, first of all, he said I had a hand in getting her channels taken down. So that is added evidence when he said that. He's not just saying I had a hand in reporting her. He's saying I had a hand in her channels getting taken down.
No, well.
Second,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm talking about this clip that you just played
Right.
right there about Kick. He's not. He just said he's.
All right, so I checked the Thorpe TV for a
whatever they
link.
did or whatever was said, we don't know. And he
Right,
was
I'm gonna-
and then something else could have happened.
Well,
you know what I mean?
so here's what I believe. So I
There it
believe
is right there.
what?
That's the problem you're gonna run into is the believing. There's no believing now. If you're going to court.
Well, no.
there's
So first of all, I'm going to be requesting discovery. I believe this was between him and Trainwreck
Yeah,
TV
exactly.
because he posted a tweet
Mr.
saying
Stinky.
at Trainwreck TV.
Mr. Stinky Brew, it was the plan all along. They even bought a drone just to crash Fat Camp, okay? The whole idea was to mess with him, okay? She even put war paint on, okay? It's so rich. But I like how, speaking of rich, they said they're going to sue Rich Tech of USA for not collabing with him, for going against his word. Okay, people do that all the time. Good luck. Good luck.
DM. Trainwreck TV is a co-owner of Kick.
Yep.
So I'm going to request discovery of their DMs. I believe in those DMs that Keemstar is either going to make allusions to doxing or trespassing because that is what I got suspended from Kick from. 4. I neither doxed nor trespassed. Keem
Yes,
says
you
going onto
did.
private property.
Okay, the driveway is private property, and you can't say you assumed it when the first time you were on the driveway with your bicycle, that cop told you. The cop told you, okay, and then you went back there. Okay, like you know what you're doing. You're playing this funny game, and it's not gonna work.
Assume what he means by that is trespassing.
Okay,
I never trespassed. I never trespassed.
The stream that you did with the milkers, you showed the numbers.
Milkers? What do you mean?
Oh,
the girls' numbers.
and he has the receipts of some docs.
That link sent you showed them on your screen. That's how I found out about it.
I may have briefly. It was an accident. It was blurry,
Well, that's
anyways.
doxing.
No,
doxing.
that's not doxing. Accidentally showing something is not doxing. It's intentionally
people's numbers?
releasing private information publicly is doxing. Accidentally showing something is not doxing.
But you still, no. You still showed them.
Oopsie
Like,
doopsie.
I could show someone's name right now. I'm like, oh, it was an accident, but I could have meant to do it. I could just say it's an accident.
Well, I mean, it was an accident, but that's not even what we're talking about here.
But
He claims.
I only brought it up because of the doxing thing you said. That's why. That's it. That's what happened. That's why they're saying that. And that's how I found out about the link situation.
I mean, you could say I was doxing when I did that. I wasn't because it was doxing is.
So there you go. So one can make an argument that it is. So you're just saying there's wiggle room there. It's not a clear cut case. You're gonna need more than 10,000. Which, by the way, I cannot find the GoFundMe.
Intentional act of revealing private information. But that's not what this was about. Anyways, Keemstar doesn't care if numbers are leaked. It's not.
You know what? Let me go to Grace's Twitter. It should be there. You would think
I
would
think
be
it's
there.
TOS. I mean, Kick might have seen that, and but I never got anything about that.
You weren't invited. You showed up and released numbers. They can take that as you had the intent to harass them. I'm only going what court-wise. That's why I'm talking this way.
I was invited. I was invited. I was directly invited, not by Keemstar, but I was directly asked to come over by Savage, who was there at the time with Keemstar.
Savage, but who rented out that place?
He did. I admit he did.
So Savage has no right to invite you, you dumb idiot. And that, good luck. Good luck using that. Oh, this is so, there is so little, oh, man. But when they come down to write this, when they write their affidavit to file this, okay, I can only imagine what they put there. Oh, man. I can only imagine. It would be great to read that. Oh, please do it, Grace. Do it. Make it happen. Just for the content alone. Just for the content alone, it'd be great. But I'm on your Twitter. Here's a link tree. I found a link tree, and on the link tree I have Instagram, Grace's X, Ben's X, Discord, Amazon, Venmo, Ko-Fi, PayPal, Cash App, Kick. I don't see any GoFundMe. If I wanted to give you money on the GoFundMe, how am I supposed to do that? I was like, man, I'll give you $20 right now. Where is it? Now I'm searching Keemstar. I don't see it. Well, that's unfortunate. So how are you going to do this lawsuit?
Did, but I did get a direct invitation from her to go there. I did. And when I was there on the bike, when I was riding around to different roads on the bike,
They have
I told
canceled the
Twiggy,
GoFundMe?
I'll meet you at the front gate if you want to hang out. Then he said,
Well, there you have it. It's not going to happen. It's not happening. Wait, do you think they're going to use their own money to do this? All right. Good luck on that.
yo, where you at? So I went back to the front gate to meet him, and we talked, and then he secretly called the cops on me. Was that an invitation? Yeah. I don't know, but I never got trespassed for anything. So I didn't do anything illegal. I didn't. You did.
You are coping so hard.
This is civil, so it wouldn't matter if you didn't. But I'm saying
no, but it would matter. It would matter if he said no. It would definitely would matter if I did something illegal, because then he could say, "Well, I didn't. It wasn't wrongful means. Doing something illegal is against Kick's terms of services, and so what I did was point out her doing something illegal, and that's fine to do, and that would be fine to do, except that I didn't. So I believe he lied, told them I was doxing and or trespassing, neither of which I was doing."
You were antagonizing him. You know exactly what you were doing, and you did trespass. But that's whatever.
And that's how he interfered with my business relationship with Kick.
Well, you can prove that you did show numbers, and you did show up to a place that he did invite you.
I didn't.
I know. He even Sly knows.
Okay, I can show up to any place at any time. I could. I'm not threatening this. I could. And he's called. And the cops hold on a second. Hold on a second. What matters is what's against
I think
Kick.
it said even the cops got involved. The cops got involved twice.
EOS. Not whether I can show up I could show up to your house. It's not illegal. It's not against any terms of services. I could. I'm just saying. I could show up to anybody in chat's house. You can. This is America. You can show up anywhere you want. Can you trespass?
That's not even. That's not even true. That's not even true. That's not even true. On someone's property? No, it's not. That's, like, if they have signs, especially private property, you know, also letting you know that, like, hey, you're not welcomed here. You know what? There's some ranches out there that you definitely cannot go around with this sort of attitude. They'll ask you to... Man, can you imagine that type of attitude? You can go wherever you want. You can go wherever you want. You can do whatever you want. It's like Randy from South Park.
Pass? No. Can you trespass? No. Can you commit crimes? No. Can you show up? Yes. So I would appreciate if you, like, it just doesn't make any sense.
The cops told her to leave, and they left. Mackenzie. I mean, there's that. It's like we all know what they're doing. They went there with the intent to harass and mess with them. They weren't invited to be there, and like that alone, like if you called YouTube, if you had a connection with YouTube and were to do that, be like, hey, they're kind of messing with me. There's a chance that YouTube will do what they did, demonetize everything, remove the channel. They may look at the evidence for further review and change their opinion, change their mind, kind of like what they did with Kick. But like that is like he's not wrong there. Like he's like reporting crime. Like he could just say, look, they're messing with me, and like if they are, they are. I mean, YouTube, especially YouTube, has taken down channels for harassment or for that sort of stuff. So I mean, like, but this to be this whole thing about tortious interference. You know what? I don't have to say much more, really. Just prove it. Just prove it.
Sense. Stop referring to it as if that's a problem. It's not. I could drive anywhere and show up.
Yeah, but he didn't invite you, and you showed numbers, and he called the cops, which even solidifies.
He fought. No. What the police thing? What the police thing? Okay. What the police thing shows? He did call the cops, and he made a false police report. He said we were honking our horns around the property.
Oh my God! And for that part, he said we're honking our horns around the property. He could just say he thought he heard the horns. That's all he has to say, and you can't prove that he didn't. You can't prove a negative. You can't prove that he didn't honk the horns. Well, with the live stream, no one's going to be watching that live stream. No one's going to care about that. No one's going to care about that because it's not going to go that far. It's not that serious. No one's going to give a shit about this.
Property to harass. We were on stream the entire time.
You don't have the money even to do any of this shit anyway.
We never honked our horns. That's a false police report, and I can use that, and I did request that police report as evidence to show that this guy not only committed a crime himself by filing a false police report, but also it shows a pattern of lying about me, telling people I'm doing things I'm not doing. So calling the cops only works for me. He made a false police report about me, so that only works in my favor. I was not trespassed. I was not ID'd. I never got in trouble, and the police report will show that. So it stands in my benefit that it shows I never did anything illegal. I never got any charge.
It's not illegal. It's fine. You can show up to anybody. But I'm saying when it comes to this, if he's going to prove that you were an unwanted guest, and it seems like you were coming in hostile because you already were leaking, because you said the doxing, right?
Being an unwanted, showing up somewhere, showing up somewhere where you're not invited. And what was the other word you used? Intimidating?
I said intent
hostile.
to harass.
Okay, intent to harass, that doesn't mean anything.
Play the game and find out.
That's not against TOS. Having an intention to harass. You could say anybody
Play
has
the
an
game and
intention to do
find
it,
out, honey.
whether they do it or not.
No.
Play the game and find out.
That's what makes the doxing, is the intent to harass. That's what you released.
Okay, but you would have to say, you would have to say something. You would have to say something and say there was an intent to harass. And even when I went to the gate.
You don't get along. He doesn't want you there. You're well aware that you don't want you there. That's why you were doing the whole almost there, because you know.
I don't know. You could argue that either. He said it would be legendary if I showed up. So he said that on stream. So I don't know. I mean,
invite you there? If it was so legendary, he would have invited you there.
Well, he never told.
Yeah. That wasn't an invite.
Told me not to come, and he said it would be legendary.
What? You can't. No.
That's the same thing as an invite. It was legendary. It was.
This way, because this is how they're gonna talk to you.
You can go ahead. I'm not taking it personally. It's interesting.
I'm not nobody. I'm just saying, because this is everything you have to prove. You have not shown me definitive. You showed me a thing where he said he spoke to somebody. That's not good enough. And then the other one, I'll play the other one again. So I don't remember. Because I forgot.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good thing that you brought up there, Southern Girl. Try and prove in court that someone didn't think they were in danger. Exactly. All Keem would have to do is prove that he felt like he was in danger. Like these people were driving this huge, very long distance to do this thing, to just antagonize him. Okay, yeah. I'd be worried too. I mean,
Okay.
The clip you saw.
Okay.
Play the first one.
Yeah.
The first one.
But the second one I just played, it does show that he directly contacted the owner of Kick, in his own words, to interfere with my career. Now, what I have to prove, is that he.
Yeah.
No, it literally what he said is obviously interfering with my career. The only difference is whether what he said.
Honey, what's interfering with your career is the guy that's behind all this. Okay? But everyone has told you that. Everyone has told you that already. Maybe you should sue your dad for Torch's interference.
That was true or not.
Well, you don't know what he said. He could have contacted him and said, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?"
But what he said, is obviously interfering with my career. This one right here, I'll play it again, 16 seconds.
And then
Go ahead.
it got so bad where, like, I had to reach out to, like, my buddy who owns fucking Kick, and I was like, dude, this bitch drove an RV from fucking New York all the way to Texas to come on the private property, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So he said what you did. But can you tell me did he?
So no. What?
I like that. Sly was like, yeah. Yeah, Sly was very convinced. He was convinced with that clip. I mean, that clip right there kind of spells it out.
The point. Hold on. The point I was trying to make there is that that's obviously him interfering with my contract with Kick. Whether it's wrong,
talk to anybody.
Whether it's wrong for him, no, but he is specifically contacting an owner of Kick concerning my contract with them. Whether it's wrongful what he did or not is another thing. But he.
Wait, you're not allowed to report to someone who is an authority to, like, I don't know, remove channels if you feel like you're threatened, feel like you're being harassed. You're not allowed to do that. This is the same duo that would do the same thing if it happened to them. They would. This is the same duo, Grace and Ben, that will call police on others when they get a chance. They will. It happened to me. You know? They don't care.
He is obviously interfering with my contract at that point. The question is, can I prove that he was wrong to do that? Because what he says there doesn't even make sense. Come onto private property. If you walk into a McDonald's, you are coming onto private property. The term is trespassing, and I never trespassed. And if you want to say, it's unclear what exactly he reported. Driving from New York to Texas is not illegal or against TOS. And yet, a few days after that DM was sent, my channel was taken down. So...
Let's see what I want to see what Kick's rules on releasing phone numbers publicly.
No, Kick has a no doxing rule. Of course, don't reveal private information.
Okay, well.
But if you do it accidentally, that's a different matter.
But it's still you did. Regardless.
No. I've read Kick terms of service. It is very context centered. It says context really matters, and they're good. They're better.
So it looks like they might have removed your channel, and after further review, they reinstated it. Right? Because that is exactly what happened there.
Better than YouTube about this. If they feel you violated the rules,
How
they
you
send
guys doing
clips
in
of
the chat,
exactly
by the
what you
way?
did. And if you can explain the context, they do take that into consideration. I believe someone informed me I accidentally showed those numbers, and I had the Discord open because I was calling links, and the text showed up underneath the call. That was clearly an accident. It's not intentional doxing. It has to be intentional to break the rules.
But only you will decide if it is. He can think it was, and you say it wasn't. The fact that you did it is what. And also, a person...
No, that's not true. If you kill somebody, Sly, come on. If you kill, no, it's about intent. You're saying intent doesn't matter. If you kill somebody because you don't see them when you're turning your car and they're jaywalking, that's manslaughter. That's homicide. You didn't mean to do it. If you take a knife to somebody and kill them...
These are crazy examples. Okay.
And that's murder.
I'm saying this is what you have. It's what he can prove in court, though. Is I have a hostile relationship with this girl. She's releasing numbers. She's showing up uninvited. All this is not good for you.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. He has the cards, man. He really does. You don't have the ace that you think you have. And how's it going, guys? Fed Up Southern Girl. Does YouTube demonetize based on one incident, or do they strike before they demonetize? With their main channel? From what I understand, I thought it was like after this incident, they got demonetized. I think, I don't know if they had prior strikes. I do not know about that. As a Thorps scholar, I do not know that information. But yeah, do you guys even think they're gonna file this? I have my doubts. I seriously do.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying.
That doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is whether he rightfully reported me to the owner of Kick. And I believe he did not. I did nothing illegal or against terms of service. That's the only part that he can say he doesn't
That's
like me all he
true.
wants. For
Game over?
the actual...
Game over. I forgot about that. Was it game over? Or no, it was Great Eagle said that on several of the streams. The Thorps were bragging about how they got Fat Camp shut down 3 days early. They were. Yeah, Stinky Bird, they do have a W in the fact they got the channels back. Yeah. And they should be happy with that. They got the channels back. They're able to monetize and do all that stuff. Like, the lawsuit thing is going to cost them so much money. In the end of it all, they might just get a massive L. Which is why they're not actually going to follow it. They're going to grift off of it. It's going to be content, but nothing's actually going to happen. It's not really going to happen. If they really do this, oh man, they're going all in. But I don't think they'll do that. Because their GoFundMe for this got canceled. So if they do this, they would have to use the money they raised from donations or whatever. Which is money they use for hotel rooms and eating and living and all that.
Case, what matters is that he has to say, I reported her and what I said about her was true. He says we were going there to come onto private property. Anyone can go onto private property. As I said, a business, a restaurant is private property. But what he means is trespassing, and I had no intent to trespass and did not trespass.
What was your intent for showing up there uninvited?
To have fun. I went to a bar.
No. That is a lie, to have fun.
I met Texans. I reached out to members of LolCal Live. And I got some responses and some non-responses.
But what were you doing outside his gate? That's not a bar. What were you doing there?
I had been biking down the road, and I messaged Twiggy, who I saw in...
You just so happened to be biking down the road. Not at all. You went there on purpose, you fucking liar. You fucking liar. These people go after people for like lying all the time. When they do it, look at that fucking piece of shit, garbage eating liar. That fucking cunt eating liar. Dude. Oh my God, that fucking liar. Lie harder, honey. Lie harder.
there, and I said, hey, do you want to meet up and go to the bar down the road for a drink? I'll meet you at the front of the gate. He said, yo, where are you at? I took that to mean he was at the gate and waiting for me. I went back to the gate. He walked up to the gate, and we had an interaction.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah, but that guy doesn't own, or is not the assumed owner of the
It
place.
doesn't matter. I didn't trespass. I didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with that.
All right, if you say so, but I'm letting you know that they have a strong case with this one. They have a strong
Well,
case.
even what he said,
Yep. Even Sly sees this.
we had no intention to go on private property when we were driving down. And I also, yeah, no.
Grace, if you think you have a strong case, why are you talking to this guy about it? He doesn't agree. You're not convincing him. This is not working for you. Her attempt here was that Sly doesn't like Keem, and she was trying to get Sly to be on her side on this. A PR campaign. But the PR campaign is not going to work because no matter who you reach, when you tell the story, they're going to laugh at you.
You just so happened to be going to Texas the same time with the.
I wasn't. I contacted people at that camp who I had the numbers or discords of, but I didn't go on their property. I had no intention of going on private property.
So how did you? Okay, all right, okay. That's it. I don't know. I mean, it's all live, so it's like, are you sure that all that footage you guys filmed, there was not one time you said anything about, oh, they're gonna love this. I know they're probably gonna love. They're not gonna like this when we show up. And are you sure? Because they're gonna review all that. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna go through everything.
Look at that face. Look at that face. Hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back there. Dang it! Use it. That face right there. She knows. She knows she did. She knows she said something that would make it seem like they have a mission.
oh, they're gonna love this. I know they're probably gonna love. They're not gonna like this when we show up. And are you sure? Because they're gonna review all that. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna go through everything. And if
I
you
am
got
sure.
one-
I am sure that I did not plan a crime on stream. Yes, I am sure
I
about
didn't say
that.
plan a
That's what that would be. That's what that would
No,
be.
showing up to a place. You said, well, no. I mean, you can show up anywhere. You said, so it's not really a crime. This is what you just told me. So you
No.
can say, oh, they're gonna-
Crossing onto private property is different than just showing up.
But yeah, I didn't think you were gonna fire through the gate, Grace. I didn't think you guys were gonna like bat
Okay.
hell and fire through. But you knew you were showing up to a place that you weren't wanted. You knew that.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I know that. I know you have to play the game. We both knew. Just because somebody there in the house invited you, knew that you didn't want uninvited.
I frankly disagree with you. When we drove by the first time, I thought Keem might have let me in for the content because he said it would be legendary if I showed up, and he never told me not to come. And he was fully aware that I was coming down. I had no
When did you say it
idea.
would be legendary.
You want me to play it? I can find it on my Twitter.
Sure.
Okay.
I've never seen this part where you said it was gonna be legendary. You seem very not thrilled that you show up. So
Yeah, I like you bring that up, silly girl. The struggle session. Yeah, I forgot about that almost.
ID chill?
It's been a while.
Chill? Oh my god.
Okay.
But yeah, in that struggle session, her dad pretty much told her she needs to fight for justice. Needs to sue someone, anyone. That's our game over. She needs to sue anyone. That they were gonna sue Courtney. What's going on with that lawsuit? Right? It was like we're gonna sue Courtney. We're gonna sue your brother. We're gonna sue Keemstar. We're gonna sue all these people. I don't know if Keemstar was mentioned. I think Shamu's name was mentioned. Maybe.
Just give me one
Ben really, really loves Shamu. He really does.
second. Okay. Here it is.
No, my bad.
Can you see it?
I can see it now. Yeah.
Okay.
When are the other Voldemorts showing up?
They better fucking not.
That would be legendary.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. She was supposed to be suing Ben. Man, it changed so much. I'm telling you, man, it's like Keemstar's "you're fired" bit. Okay.
Voldemort 1 through 3.
Don't even joke about that.
I'm just saying it would be funny, right? That would be funny.
The main Voldemort wants to do exactly that. All I have to do is send her a message and she'll be right here. And you know what?
Okay. So he said it'd be legendary.
Voldemort.
That's me. That's what he refers to me as. She who shall not be named.
But that's not an invite. That's the same.
I didn't say it was an
You were trying to say it's an invite.
invite. I never claimed I was directly invited, but he said it would be legendary and funny if I showed up, and he never told me not to come. So it was ambiguous. I'm just saying, honestly, I didn't know he didn't want us there. I didn't know that. Neither did my dad.
Oh.
It was
Oh,
ambiguous. I thought
bullshit.
maybe he'd let me in, maybe not. I really did.
Wait, when was this? This was March 25th. This happened.
No, I posted this March 25th. This happened, I believe this was like the third day of Fat Camp or something.
Okay, but you already had left though, right?
Yeah.
You already left before this.
I don't remember.
I
I
know it was
don't
gonna be
remember.
legendary before you left.
Oh no, I remember actually the day that we left, somebody sent us this clip and we were like, oh, okay, we'll go. We'll go down to Texas. See what happens.
So you left the day you posted this.
No, I posted this way after. I don't remember when the original stream was from. I posted this. I posted this after he called the cops on me at Fat Camp, so I don't remember exactly.
The other Voldemorts
Oh, okay. Wait, play the other one.
Well, it's 11 minutes long. It's.
No. I was seeing if it showed a date on the dash cam.
Oh,
that's
no.
your stream. I thought that was a dash cam.
Yeah, no, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So play it again and.
This one,
you
play
have to
this again?
prove That this is an invite. That's what I'm saying.
No, I
You
don't have to
that
prove
this
that
is
it's an invite. I'm not claiming that I was invited. You simply don't.
But you kind of need to. You need to because what you have there on your stream is evidence that not only were you not invited, but you were going to be there hostile. You weren't. It wasn't going to be friendly. You were going there to mess with them.
I don't understand. Just like, have you ever won a civil lawsuit?
Have you? I don't think you've been to court.
No, don't deflect.
Because you're
I'm just wondering.
going with a lot
I'm
of
just wondering.
assumptions
I'm
and,
just wondering. Have you ever won a civil lawsuit? A civil
I've
case?
never had a civil case. No.
Okay.
Have you won a civil case?
No.
Okay, so I guess we're in the same spot. But I'm just saying that a lot of civilly, I mean, we don't even have to talk about the money situation because I saw that you're raising money $10,000. I don't think you really understand that $10,000 is nothing. That's so you retained a lawyer. What are you planning on doing for the next 3 years?
I'm hoping that if I raise that money, and I'm gonna post a tweet about it and pin it and everything. I have a Substack. I have a GoFundMe. I'm really gonna try to promote this. I'm I'm hoping that if I can get the 10,000, that would be.
How are you gonna raise? Wait, you're supposed to GoFundMe. Where is the GoFundMe? I can't find it anywhere. I heard it got canceled now.
Enough to interest a lawyer, and then I think once a lawyer gets to know the case and understands that Keemstar is, a big figure, I think it'll be appealing. I think I'll find some kind of lawyer who will either take it for a small amount up front.
Okay, Mackenzie Carter Cameron. Let me say, I don't know what sort of personal drama you have with Fed Up Southern Girl. I don't know. It's not my drama. I don't know if she really did that. Maybe she did. Maybe there's a reason. I don't know. It's y'all's drama. Guys, don't try to rope me into your drama. Okay? I'm going to say this. You guys can figure it out. Okay?
Or, take the small amount up front and take some off the back end, or do it from a reduced fee or whatever. I think someone would take it.
This pro bono or
The fact that you would tag me and tell me about that is like you want me to say something to like disavow that or whatever. I don't even know the full story. And I don't want to know the full story. Because that would require you two to hop into a Discord call, and the next thing you know, we spend hours listening to some drama, the two people yelling at each other, and I'm like, wow, it's about time for it's just no. Hey, what I could say is be nice, guys. Be nice until it's time to not be nice. There you go.
for a reduced fee.
I not exactly pro bono. I would say they'd either take a smaller retainer up front and take a bigger end off the end piece, or they would maybe do it pro bono. I'm not sure exactly. But I have hired a lawyer in the past. I know they're expensive. Have you ever hired a lawyer, Sly?
Mm-hmm. I fought a case. Yep, $10,000 it cost me.
Wait, you just said oh
But he said he didn't win though.
criminal. Oh,
Civilly, you asked me. Yeah, criminal. Yeah.
Oh, you did criminal. Okay.
Yeah.
did you win?
10 racks. Well, I got a reduced sentence. I guess I'll take it. It was like 3, and I got 6 months. Well, I guess we'll take that as a win, right?
It was supposed to be 3 years, and you got 6 months. What'd you do?
No, it's
Don't tell her. Do not give the Thorps anything.
I'm taking legal advice from a criminal, man.
Well, that's better than you, who, I mean, what was your involvement in the court? Oh, that's right. Your involvement in the court is your dad representing himself in all his BS. No, that's right. Y'all had an attorney. Y'all did have an attorney. Y'all did. Yeah. Okay. Then why are you even talking to him? Oh, that's right. You're talking to him because you try to get him on your side. But even he was like, nah, man, this isn't going to work.
And where did I end up?
real gangster. No, but for real though,
I believe it'll
so
get
yeah.
settled quickly. I believe it'll get settled quickly.
Settled? Oh, no.
Why would
you're
Keem
playing with people that
settle?
got a lot of money. They're going to be sitting down. They're going to fight you out for years. They're going to bleed you out. I told you this.
I don't
told
think
you this.
so.
Why would they settle? They don't need to. They have more than you do, man. They will bleed you out.
I don't think so. I've never seen any. I think Keemstar, I don't really think he has real lawyers. I don't think he has any knowledge of the law. I think he'll settle.
Well, you're going to find out. You're really going to call his bluff. Okay. It's like a poker match, dude. It's a poker tournament. It's a poker game. Except when you play poker, you could see the chips on the table. Keem is sitting with a fat stack. They don't got anything. They're trying to get it. They're trying to get some chips on the table. Okay? They don't even have enough. They don't have anything. They don't even have enough for a small blind. Okay? They have nothing.
I'm going on the offense. He has, listen, Sly, he has only ever sued other content creators who are mentally ill for their play buttons. Where's his big legal wins? Okay, he did some fucked up shit that I can prove, and he's gonna go down for it. 100%, and he's gonna settle. He is going to settle. When I get this on H3, when I get this on fucking Asmongold,
Game over. They got crumbs on that table.
when everybody starts covering this girl.
Asmongold's going on vacation, and Asmongold's not covering this shit. Dude, you tell this story to Asmongold. First off, why would he care about anything? You're not his content, dude. It doesn't make any sense. Oh man. You couldn't even get on. You wouldn't be able to. Yeah, you're not going to get on H3. H3, you're not going to even get a content cop made in response. Then what you get is a Mr. Deadman channel reacting to your stuff, and then asking your dad for the GoFundMe link to help promote it. But instead, he deletes comments, chatters. He deletes the chat. He was a Janny. I could say Ben was my Janny. He was a greasy, dirty Janny. He went rogue.
Girl is actually suing this guy for fucking up her livelihood. He's gonna fucking settle. 100%. I guarantee it.
H3 2 years ago, a year ago, maybe. I don't think H3 is gonna care at this point. Because he's
well, it's easy to be a naysayer. It's easy to be a naysayer.
I'm being a realist. I'm being a realist about the situation. And this is how people with money do. And H3 will tell you if you do make it there, they'll tell you the same thing. Because he just had to say he was fighting the case with Kavanaugh for the last 2 years or something like that. Or Chris, how long was that Kavanaugh case? He's got like 4 of them going. They've been going on for years. And he'll tell you how much money got sunk into it. The first case that he did that set the legal precedent for reaction content. 3 years he fought that one. The first case that he had with the Hossman guy, that was years that it took. And that was hundreds. I think it was like $500,000 it ended up being. There is, and you're talking about 10,000. So these are years, these cases.
I know Sly is low.
Money, they're not settling.
Volume-wise.
They'll fight you if they have money. Close to $1 million, and he lost his slap suit. There's no, these civilly, when you were fighting people, it's not like Judge Mathis, if me and you went to court for $200 and we're going to duke it out for 20 minutes and dip. When you're fighting men with money, all you got to do is place a lawyer and drag this out for 2 because he knows you don't have what he has. So that's how they beat people that don't have money. I don't have to. That's what they do. They drag you out until you just be like, I can't do this anymore. You go bankrupt and that's it. I'm just telling you, regardless if he's wrong or not, if he retains a great enough lawyer, I hope you.
Pauses. Venture in the chat and on the Thorpe chat. Chinatown rotting in prison right now. The Thorps have never lost a lawsuit. That's right. Oh man, they got their reported to the FBI. Got them sued. Got them shut down. Shamu's locked in a prison cell. Yeah.
To retain this lawyer for the next 2 to 3 years. They work differently. I'm just letting you know. That's what I tried to tell you when I told you. I'm like, he's gonna bleed you. So be honest. That's why I was like, $10,000 is just little. That's nothing. You got the lawyer.
Well, I think someone like you, I could be wrong, but I think that it's very easy for you to poo-poo me fighting for something that was truly unjust that happened to me, fighting back against it, because I think to a certain extent you've taken a lot of L's and you try to cover them up and turn them into dubs because you're saying, well, I was prudent, I didn't waste all that money. I didn't go for the big win because I wasn't going to get it anyways, and neither are you, little girl, and I think you're wrong to say that. And I don't think you're just purely unbiased saying like, I'm just trying to help you. Like,
then,
no,
go right ahead.
Have never
go
tried
right ahead.
this.
Do it.
And it's very well, you have never tried this. And I'm just saying, I just think
you don't have to try it to know it's stupid. Okay? You don't have to put your hand in a fire to know it's going to hurt. It's going to burn you. You don't have to do that. Okay? It's common sense. You got no money. How are you going to even try to sue Keemstar? He got more money than you. He got more money than you. He could even if you had a just case, even if you did, he could bleed you out, man. And it'd be for nothing. It'd be for nothing. It's just better just to move on. I've been using the whole lawsuit stuff as content. You can only talk about it for so long, and eventually you're gonna have to do it.
You're just kind of saying you can't beat the man, and I think that's a defeatist mindset that I don't participate in.
No. It's not the man. It's the money. Grace, that's what you know.
That's what the man is. That's what the man is.
But you gotta go. I want you to do me a favor and show me. I want you to really go look at civil cases. Go look them up. And one of
I have. Most tortious interference cases are thrown out. I've looked at them. This is a tough one.
But thrown out is not good.
No, it's not. I'm up against.
So she knows the odds are against her, and she's still gonna do this. It's for the grift, though. Like I said, nothing's gonna get filed. They're not gonna actually go to court. None of that's happening. It's just grift. It's just grift. The GoFundMe getting canceled is even better for them, because now they can ask for the money directly to them, and they'll never do anything with it. It'll just be like, it will be, the goalposts will constantly move with it, and they can work with it for a little bit. Maybe they can milk more donations until that dries up.
Against even worse odds. Yeah, this is not a typical case.
Yeah, okay, but I'm saying you just said they were thrown out, so that means they're not even taking it. So that's not good for you if they're thrown out.
Well, no, I mean they're brought to court and the judge dismisses it or throws it out.
Yeah, that's not good for you. You want to win, Grace.
Right.
Throwing them out means it's
right,
done.
and you should encourage me to fight back against this fucking miserable bully of a man, Keemstar, instead of saying he's too rich, you'll never win, just give up now, like me. I just think that's where you're coming from, and I just don't understand it. I think it makes you feel better. I think it a little bit makes you feel better.
I don't like Keemstar. I told you I don't like this dude. I don't like this dude. Why can't I?
So then why aren't you telling me to fuck him up? I don't.
Because what you're doing is stupid. It's just dumb, man.
Because Grace, I'm just being real about it. You don't have millions of dollars, just like I don't have millions of dollars.
But why do you believe he treated me? Okay, let me ask you another question. Do you believe he treated me wrong? Do you believe he did me wrong by what he did with YouTube and Kick?
Well, I'm only going off of what you showed me. All right, I'm only showing what you showed me.
I like how you did that. That's smart. I like you did that because I'm only going off of what you showed me. Okay. This guy has been tricked a number of times and has learned from those mistakes. Okay.
Showed me and one. Do I think that he interfered with your job and like your?
Do you think he did me wrong? Yes or no?
Do I think he contacted YouTube? Yes. Do I think he tried to get you kicked off Kick? Yes. But it's not what you know; it's what you can prove in court.
Okay, but just drop the lawyer larp for a second and just tell me:
No. He's telling you honestly. It's like, you present this stuff, but it's like, okay, yeah, Keem contacted Kick, your Kick channel went away, but like there's all these other things that could possibly be at play there. I mean, Kick can make their own decisions. They could have reviewed it and be like, oh yeah, okay, well, we'll take down the channel and then look at it again and eventually reinstate it like they did. But anyway.
Do you think he did me wrong?
I think he called and got you kicked. Yep.
Okay, so you don't.
So he doesn't even think Keemstar did him wrong, which I don't think Keemstar did Grace wrong.
Like him, you think he did me wrong, and you're telling me don't bother trying because he's too rich. Well, I don't fucking care how fucking rich he is. I'm gonna fucking try, and I think you should encourage me instead of saying he's too rich. Because you know what works against rich guys, Sly? Young female entrepreneurs who are trying to.
Whoa, that's way too loud. The audio balance is totally horrible in this stream. I'm sorry.
Make a living who get unfairly targeted by powerful, wealthy men.
White men.
Yeah, well, he's Sicilian, so it's iffy. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, you want to fight this? Didn't I say I'll pull up to the courthouse if you do it in Buffalo? I'm gonna be
Yes,
outside.
you did.
All right?
I appreciate that.
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here for it. But I can also be like, all right, fight him, but just let you know what can happen. I can do that. You don't gotta do this whole like, go ahead and fight him all day. I'm here for it. All right, I'm here for it.
So she's now feminist now.
Well, I'm just saying.
feminist Grace. Yes, queen. Fight the man. Fight. Did she say white man as well? The rich, powerful man.
I just think that your realness, you're not taking in the other, you're not considering the others, you're not considering, I know. You're not considering the other side of the equation though. He may be rich.
Her chat's not liking that.
But it looks real bad for a rich guy to fuck with a poor girl's income. That's the other side. I have a lot of sympathy on my side too. It's a real bad look. It's a bad look. Okay, does that prove anything? No. But judges don't look favorably on that either, do they? So having a lot of money doesn't always win you everything in court. Remember Brett Kavanaugh? Remember Donald Trump? Remember Donald Trump? These people have a lot of money. They have a lot of money. Do they get fucked?
Well, it did work for Trump. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Okay. At Brett Kavanaugh, it worked for him as well. What are we talking about? I mean, they tried to go after him, but you know, it didn't work. Anyway, Fed Up Southern Girl says, does she really think there couldn't possibly have been other people who reported their channels for the wild shit they've done? They admit they got struck on, misunderstood before all this. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if other people have, but does Grace really think there haven't been other reporters? I think Grace is convinced that there's only one reporter that matters, and that's the one who has the most influence, and that would be Keem. He'll never go to Discovery. Yes. Yeah, that's right. He'll never get there.
Fucked up the ass in court sometimes? Yes. Sometimes wrong, sometimes right. But it's not just about money.
Yeah. I mean,
you know, I like fucked in the ass. I remember they were saying Ben was saying he doesn't want to get fucked in the ass with legal fees, $300 legal fees. Well, now they're going to get fucked in the ass with probably more expensive legal fees if they go this route.
I don't know how many. I don't know about the civil. I know criminally, sometimes, of course. But listen, fight until you're blue in the face, girl. All right. All I'm saying.
That's right. That's the energy I want. Yes.
All day long. But I'm
if
still gonna say,
if you think he did me wrong,
I can think that, but it doesn't matter if a random nigga in Buffalo thinks you got done.
It's like it doesn't matter. Yeah, this whole call was pointless, Grace. It was pointless.
It would no, that's not true. It would help me.
It is when you gotta prove it, though.
It would help me. And why don't you tell your audience to consider donating to my GoFundMe to tell this guy to stop fucking.
Oh, there we have it. There we have it. Tell your audience to donate to my GoFundMe. What GoFundMe?
Doing this to smaller creators. Hype me up. Where's my fucking hype?
Grace. Listen.
He's like, I ain't telling my fans to donate anything to you.
Look at my shirt. Look, I wore my little shirt for you. And all I get is just fucking attack. Where's my hype?
What? Now, what is she doing now? Is she? First off, she needs a bra. They're.
Hey, bro, give me my hype.
He doesn't really have much support. They kind of hang low. They hang kind of. Like, man, she's not wearing a bra. I'm gonna make some commentary on this, okay? They hang kind of low for someone that's like 21, 22. Anyway, just my opinion there.
You told me you can push back. Well, of course I'm gonna listen to what you're saying. I'm gonna be real with you, all right? That's all. And I'm being real. Money is an issue, and time is a big one. Those two are dangerous for people like us that don't have a lot of money. So that's all I'm saying. And to be prepared for that situation, because when I saw the GoFundMe was only for $10,000, I was confused. Because when H3 went, I think it was like for 100 racks was the first time.
He may have money, but I got time. And ain't nothing. And you, Sly, I'm gonna leave with this. You should know this as a black man. Ain't nothing scarier than a white bitch with a fucking vendetta against you. Ain't nothing scarier than a psycho-ass, BPD-ass white girl who fucking hates your...
So wait, are you saying you're mentally retarded? BPD? Oh, wait. You're saying you're not there mentally? You got mental health issues? And you just shook your tits on the screen for the black man? Is that wrong? Are you sure you're able to consent to that? You just had BPD? You just said you're crazy BPD? It's crazy because they were going back to the Lynx thing. Well, Grace was making this argument that Lynx is too special needs to sex with anyone, to consent to sexting with someone, forgetting the fact that Lynx literally had a boyfriend. Like, what are we talking about?
Your guts. I love you though. Bye bye. Joe, where's my subs, Joe? Come on, Shabatoni. Shabatoni. Where the subs at? Where the subs at?
I mean, yeah, I saw
What
that
a promo!
last gifted sub, Josh Shabatoni. He's been there for like the whole hour and a half. Hey, but she's doing better than me. Hour and a half, she got a gifted sub. What do we got over here? Oh, we got 32 likes. Oh crap, dude! I owe you 2 shots. 2 more shots. All right, we'll do 2 more shots. Wrap up the stream with 2 more shots, okay? Let's get big camera. All right. Chat, how are we doing? Where the subs at? I don't know. All right, here we go. First shot. Fireball whiskey. Who has work in the morning? Shot number 2. Shot number 2. Okay. This is for Grace. This shot is for you. I wish you luck. I really hope you have the nerve to file that lawsuit. Please do it. The content would be glorious. Please file it. All right. That was pretty much it. It was cool hanging out with you guys. Let's see who's all watching right now. Alex Shield Jones, how's it going, man? Oh, I've seen you around. Yeah, it's good to see you. Fed Up Southern Girl, game over. Get cracked for me. Get cracked for me. All right, man. Hope you're doing all right. Gray Eagle, Hurricane Parot, Vetcher, and then, of course, you got myself. Fed Up Southern Girl. Y'all take it easy. Have a good one. That's right. 2 shots. 2 shots. Do we need to take another one? Nope. We're still good. We're still in the 30s, not in the 40s. That would be funny. All right. Well, y'all take it easy and have a good one. All right.